Good evening, everyone. Hello, welcome to Double Game Week 27. Feels weird, yeah. I've got a new person on the screen with me. Not done this before. How you doing, Andrew? Looking
Yeah,
forward
very,
to it.
very good. Thanks, mate. Looking forward to it. Got the Cobra bombs waiting in the corner, ready to go. So all good.
I'll be the sober one. I've got orange Lucasade and Diet Coke with lime in, and you have the Jaeger bombs.
Yeah,
I might do something at half time. I've got some gin on the shelf behind some alcohol glasses. I might have a little Del Boy drink at half time.
yeah. Get that rhubarb gin with me, mate. You'll be all right.
We'll see how good the first half goes. When all my free hit players get loads of points, then I'll celebrate with a gin. When they'll get nothing, then I'll probably celebrate with a gin or drown my sorrows with a gin. So.
Yeah, either way, we'll be fine.
Cool. So yeah, double game week. A lot of people in the community, certainly on the Discord, using some chip this week. Free hit, I think, the most popular, but some people have wild carded in preparation for this week and next week, where there's another double. What have you done, mate? Are you on free hit?
Yeah, I'm on free hit, like the masses. So team will probably be like we say, it's 80%, 90% same as everyone else's, I think. So celebrating and frowning together all night, I suppose.
Yeah, most are fairly similar. I'm on free hit as well. I think it's just a case of which players from which teams. I think there was a pool of maybe sort of 30 players this week that were genuine options. And I think most people have picked from within that. I'm sure there'll be a few rogue picks. We were just talking before we came on. I've got Titoff and he wasn't in many teams.
No.
I've also got Rufus in my team, who's not in many teams either. They're probably my two that are a bit different.
Yeah, Rufus on my bench. Di Matteo is my, I suppose, different one in swaps to T-Top, I suppose. And I gambled on Ian Hart. So, and that we'll see how that goes.
I almost did. He was in my very first draft, or my second draft. I think I've had about 5 drafts this week for free hit. He was in my second one as a punt. But I think I got put off a bit by Mokoko's data. And
yeah, we need him to be wrong there and right in other places tonight.
Sweet. Let's go through the teams. We'll start with slide 1, as it was on Twitter. So that's Aston Villa Norwich up first. Well, I suppose it was a little surprise maybe. Ryan Amu's played, 3 or 4 now, right midfield. He's in my free hit on my bench, but Ian Taylor's obviously back.
Yeah, what's he? 38, 36, something now. He's still going, isn't he? Old superhero.
From season 1. For those that have got Hendry, whether on free hit or no free hit, no up arrow is probably significant. They've given the up arrows to the 2 fullbacks instead, Villa. So it's Barry and Mills that have got them. Melberg was on low percentage, I think, on stream on Sunday.
Yeah, expected Rufus back tonight. He's in my normal team. He's a season-long stay, so I'm glad he's back in.
Yeah, so it's him and Alpay. Bench looks like a bit of a rep bench, to be honest. Leicester Villa are that depleted, but there is Balaban there for those that are holding and go and Dublin. So obviously a possibility one of those two go off. Norwich, I suppose no one really cares about. They've gone a really random, the same 5-3-2 they went with last week, to be fair, with the middle of the 3 midfielders with the long up arrow into centre forward, which is McCann again. Maybe something to monitor for those wanting a cheap player. That's twice in a row we're getting a midfielder running into forward. But again, the 2 fullbacks with massive long up arrows as well, but patrolling the whole wings by themselves. So good news for the 2 Villa wingers. That's good for Hendry owners or anyone that went to fullbacks. Probably not much else to say about Norwich.
No, I think Villa will do well against them tonight.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they're the highest scorers from tonight's game. Obviously, a lot of teams have got 2 games, so what happens across the double? Newcastle should go well, but I think Villa could be top scorers tonight.
Yeah.
On to Coventry against Leeds. I don't know what his Coventry team is. It seems fairly normal to me. There's no names I don't recognise in that Coventry team, so we'll call that.
That's pretty standard as it is. Joe Chimson's in. Yeah, that's about it, really, isn't it? On that one.
I don't know where he is, not even on the bench.
No, I don't know if he was conditioned. I did remember something about him.
Then on to Leeds. Hart does play. So there was, me and Benno talked about it on our little special thing we did, that it's not normally a Hart game, a home game with double up arrow. It's normally a sing game. But this is 2 weeks running now. Hart's played in one of these. So I don't know if that means that this is a permanent thing now, or whether the fact Sing's orange flagged is being held against him. But you've got Hart. He plays with a double up arrow.
Yeah, I think so. Well, they're away, aren't they? So I think he's more likely to play away than home, isn't he? From the impression I get this year.
Yeah. And then the front 5, probably as we expected, Kilboya, Keane, AMC with the up arrow. I saw a few people on free hit punting him. there's a few punts in midfield. I say Keane. Some people went for Kuehl. Some people went for Janssen. There's a few single game week midfielders knocking around. Those who went Keane will be happy with that. AMC with the up arrow.
Yeah, main bit for them tonight is just get through the injuries. I suppose loads of people like me and you, free hitting, will have some of those players still back in your squad. So you just want them fit for next week. That's what I want from Leeds anyway.
Yeah, Viduka's a possible. I've got Henry in my original squad. He's obviously away to Man United next week, so I'm not. That's a definite transfer.
Yeah, I've got Harry Kuehl, so I want him to stay fit ideally.
But yeah, all sort of normal through the first lot of games, which is unusual. On to Everton. So this was obviously one of the big teams on free hit, and it looks like first choice. I would say that's the 11. I probably would, if you'd have asked me to predict their best 11 or most likely 11, it would be this one.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah,
probably quite good. The only maybe slight thing is that they're not playing the flat three in midfield. They've gone for a two with Titoff behind Campbell and Christie. No up arrow for Titoff, but still in that position. Good news for me. I punted him on my free hit, but no up arrow. Naismith and McAteer have both got the double up arrow. I think they were both popular, maybe with Unsworth as the three defenders.
Everton's good. I think tomorrow, I wasn't really worried too much about Everton tonight. It's more about tomorrow. I think, again, lots of people on different defenders and stuff. I think there's a small chance of definitely rotation and rep for tomorrow's game. So we'll have to see how that goes, basically.
Yeah, agree. And those on Christie tonight may have been a popular one on free hit. They've got two strikers on the bench, Cerratos and Max Moore. So probably a reasonable chance he doesn't get the full 90, which would be unfortunate. On to Leicester, they've also got a double. Nowhere near as popular, I think. Some people maybe went Damien Delaney, but I'm not
yeah,
sure.
I almost went left field at the last minute. It was Scowcroft, and I kind of put him in, but then I didn't go through with the save. I kind of reverted back to what I had, but I just saw those teams looking so similar. And again, it's not good fixtures. They're both away, but he is a midfielder, again, playing behind the striker and stuff again today. So he has a potential of getting something maybe, but
yeah, I think there was a chance. There was a space, I think, this week for a midfield punt. So that could have worked out. It might still work out. Other than that, yeah, anyone that went Delaney is playing left back. Obviously, you can play in 4 or 5 positions. So you've got left back tonight there. On to Ipswich. Bit random. Been a few bits of shuffling around at Ipswich. Gary Doherty up front. No one's got him anymore. I don't think everyone's given up on that bandwagon, but he is up front tonight.
It might be a bandwagon to start thinking about again with the injury to the striker. So,
yeah, maybe possible for those on wildcarding soon. I don't know what their fixtures are like in the short term, but yeah, defender up front. More shuffling around as well. They are against Man United, even though they're at home. They're obviously playing a much higher rep team. Tarico has been moved to left wing back with no arrow. Some people might have played him tonight because he's got a home game, but yeah, that's not ideal there.
17 points incoming.
To be fair, I don't know if I'd mind that because it wipes out all the Man United clean sheets. I don't know what's more damaging, the Man United clean sheets or the
Tarico. That game killed me. I went Unsworth instead at the last minute, and he didn't even play. He got repped. So that was one of the worst decisions of the season.
It's a funny team they've picked. He might even go off. They've got 2 left wing backs on the bench, Ipswich, Clapham and Craney. So he might even not get he might get a pre-60 sub. Yeah. Which would be quite nice if that happens. But yeah, midfield's a bit of a shuffle. Holland in defensive midfield, which I don't think we've seen.
I don't think you can touch that midfield anymore. You've got obviously Lundberg signing, so I just don't know. I don't think it's going to be a set free every week. It's just going to be lucky dip.
Yeah, maybe Bakker. I think he's probably high enough rep that he'll play. I can see
Redknapp will as well when he's has his 30 minutes of fitness to play.
Yeah, we'll move on. Breen's playing as well for those that have still got him as a 4 million defender. Then on to Man United. We knew Ekiog was out. So Johnson and Roque Jr. at centre-back. Lille is still in goal. I don't know how many more games Barthez has got, but yeah, Lille's still in goal. And then Scholes up front with Cole and York on the bench.
So just tiny rep, 2-player rep, really, isn't it?
Yeah, Nedved is in. And Giggs on the bench, so that's probably a substitute waiting to happen at some point. But so not a bad game if you went Nedved. You've got a winger against a wing back with no arrow, so I could see some returns for Man United wide players in this one.
Yeah, saw one or two do it. It's got potential.
On we go. Game week. What's lineups? 3 Man City. So
Get my Jägermeister in the screen. There we go. That's a little bit better.
it's for Man City. It's Flitcroft is the midfielder that hasn't played. We kind of knew with Hopkins starting that someone wasn't going to play at the regular 4. It's Flitcroft, Tiato and Svensson, the 2 normal wingers that are playing in central midfield, and Jermaine Wright on the wing. No up arrows for their wide players. A bit like Villa, they've got the up arrows on the fullbacks. And then one Chop and Huckabee, the normal 2 up front.
Yeah, that works for me. I said one Chop was one I had initially in, and I canned him off to go turn to Phillips eventually. But again, I've got Svensson and Wright, so that's better for me. That Flitcroft's the one not playing.
Yeah, just right. I've gone Howie in the hope he gets a pen. I was hoping Tiato wasn't going to play because that might have put Howie on pens, but it might still happen. But I think probably it'll be Tiato if they get a pen. So that plan backfired. And then they are playing Liverpool single game week. Nothing really of note there. Is there? Smeets are in central midfield. That's not often.
Yeah, they rotate. Liverpool midfield was always a bit rotation, wasn't it? With Barnby, Berger, and whatnot. But I think that's what you expect from Liverpool.
Yeah, it's pretty much first choice. Wait, is Heskey out? You did Sunday stream. Is he unavailable?
Heskey, I think he was available, but again, I don't think there's much between him and Fowler at the moment. I think it's a coin flip between them 2.
No, they've gone 4 defenders on the bench, Liverpool.
Oh,
as you do. Yeah, Carragher, Vignal, Traore, and Wright. So
I'm not sure about the subs though. I think again, like Heskey, I wouldn't say it's because he's injured. The subs seem to be quite random as you look through each team's lineup tonight. They've not. It's artificially picked, isn't it? They've not picked a decent defender, a decent midfielder, a decent striker. It seems a bit more random.
Man United picked 4 attackers the other week. I don't say it doesn't make any sense. Then Borough Chelsea. The game I think most people expect to be a bit of a dead game tonight.
Yeah.
Gordon back in at left back, no Festa. Stockdale at right back over Atherton. Neither of those 2 on the bench, either Atherton or Festa.
Yeah, Atherton was 77%, so didn't expect him to play.
And then Zepeda's still out, so the postman's been playing right midfield most of the time lately, but not tonight. He's on the bench. It's Salakovic, right midfield, which is, to be fair, where I'd normally play him if I manage myself on the game. But obviously the sim tends to prefer to play him AMC or up front. But I quite like him on the wing, so he may do okay tonight. Salakovic out there.
Yeah, he's a good player.
And Noel Whelan again. Is this 3 starts in a row now up front for Noel Whelan?
Yep. It's Gill's got him in on his 4.5s yet. He should be, if so.
Happy days for him. And then Chelsea, there's only 4 defenders they've got fit pretty much. They're all playing. Terry's banned. Gallas is injured. Babiaro's away. So it's Petit filling in with Desai, Melchior Holden. Everything else is as you would expect, I think, for them.
Yeah, I bought Gallas in a couple of weeks ago. That went well.
Always the way when you've got too much choice. Always pick the wrong one. Injury, suspension, those things. On to Newcastle. Right, you've got something to read out for us here, Andrew, because...
Yeah, we've got a region. Yeah, we've got the debut of Mike Hyde playing left midfield. So I'm not sure how much of that we would have seen in the old drafts of our free hits this week, but he's a silky little 17-year-old winger ready to tear it up on the looks of it.
So I love the names of these regions. We had Mick Daly at Man City. Now we've got Mike Hyde at Newcastle. I think we may have some. I think Captain was going to share some attributes with us somewhere for those that are interested. We'll get those. We'll get those before the game kicks off. We'll get some attributes for Mike Hyde. Other than that, defence is that normal? Ball Griffin, Hope Watson, fairly normal, I would say. Guardso sometimes plays.
Yeah, just Guardso really. Again, I wouldn't say he's nailed, but a slight little change there, but nothing too major.
And all the sim data suggests Shearer and Court will do well. I got both in, captain, vice captain. I think you did as well.
Yeah, we're on that together.
As are most people on a free hit. I think 2 lots of data from Makoko and Benno suggested both were going to score sort of upwards of like 12 points across the double. I think that's quite hard to turn down. It's a lot more consistent than the Christies and the Phillipses, etc. So I can see why a lot of people went that route. And obviously they're both playing tonight, which is what you want against Watford.
Yeah,
what Blackburn
Watford,
did last
go
week.
for it. Got to go for it against Watford, haven't you?
And their team is, I would say, normal. Noel Williams up front again over Helgeson. This seems Petkoff, Glass, Fanatza. I don't know where Johnson is. Is he out again?
Yeah, he was, yeah.
So, yeah, this is probably what you would expect. Pete Carter in the chat saying, very happy Hyde wasn't leaked. Yeah, it's probably fair because that would have been a...
Yeah. Well, again, it's just one of them ones. He's new to the game, so they can't...
They haven't got an obvious left midfielder since Seth Johnson got injured. Bellamy played there in the cup, but he's more of a forward, can play there. Same as Robbie Elliott, but I'm guessing if it's a region, actually that's his position. They'll throw him in.
You were always going Stephen Hughes or Kieran Dyer. You weren't thinking about old Mike Hyde.
I maybe would have considered Bellamy, to be fair, if he was a midfielder. He's obviously a striker, which...
Yeah, 5 million forward, just you're not giving up that space for him this week. There was no chance. So, yeah, I think it's right not to say anything there. Doesn't make a difference, really.
And then Bradford, Pete in the chat, Ronarid's drumming up some chat by saying everyone's on Marlon Brooms. If he's on Marlon Brooms, he's playing. No, where is Where Gunnarsson? He's not playing. Just noticed that one. I missed that in the first sweep.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he's injured, banned or whatnot, but he's not playing.
Don't remember. Not that I know of.
A couple of randomers tonight. Both the fullbacks are not familiar. Bauer at left back and Locke at right back. I don't think that's the normal two either. And someone McMahon in central midfield with Hyde. I don't think he's a regular either. So I don't know what this is for Bradford. Home to Arsenal's not right.
Yeah, repping against Arsenal, as you do.
And a few randomers on the bench as well. Craig Sudderby and Daniel Murray. I don't think those two are even priced up. So I don't know what Bradford are up to. Maybe they're just conceded. They're not going to get anything from this game and are saving people for the second game of the double.
Yeah, maybe.
That's not what's happened.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of Bradford. I think they'll be toyed the second half.
Yeah, agreed. And then on to Arsenal. Obviously, their opponents. No Lescott. It's Upson and Campbell. We've got another randomer at right back. Not a regen, Sebastian Svad. But he's the latest to be given a go. They've tried Luzny and they've tried... Who else they play right back?
Who was it the last week? Volts, yeah, he's played sometimes before. But someone random. I'm not even sure it was him last week. It might have been someone random as well.
Finnan's playing again. Decent for people that have persevered. He's played majority, I think, all barring one from memory, I think, since he signed. So he's looking a decent pick as 4.5.
He's good value.
I don't know how many returns he's got, to be honest, but he's playing.
Not much. Maybe one assist, not much.
Perez in the Veron role, central midfield with an up arrow, which is good for him. He's been benched a couple of times lately, and Henri Jeffers up front. Johnson is on the bench, and Bergkamp is on the bench. So Arsenal getting a few strikers back now that have missed games. I think we've got one more set of fixtures quickly. We've got 8 minutes. We're just about all right. So Tottenham against Bolton. Not much to talk about here. Fugelstad. Don't know much about him, but he's started again left midfield.
Yeah, I've got him. Obviously not this week for the free hit, but I bought him in last week and he got the 6 points. So I'm glad he looks like he's continues to play. So all for him, basically. See how he gets on.
He's got to get the full 90 as well because I haven't got anyone that plays that role on the bench. So I don't know where Everton's gone, but he just disappeared as well. But other than that, it's as you would expect from Tottenham. Bolton.
Pedersen up top. That's I mean, could have done with that a few weeks ago.
They need to because their strikers basically a toilet, aren't they?
Yeah.
So it's Ramberg does nothing, Wallace does nothing, Ricketts doesn't really do anything. So I'm sure that's not why they've done it. But yeah, he's up front, Pedersen. Didn't realise Sean Davis could play AMC, but he's there tonight.
Yeah, it's defensive, isn't
he? Yeah, well, if he can't play forward, I don't think he'll get an arrow. So I think that's why Pedersen normally plays there because he normally plays there with an arrow, I think. So no arrow. Gardner's got a small arrow at left wing back for those that have still got him. And it's Luketti, Dunn and Repka. I don't think anyone's really got their centre-backs, but no DeVos. He's on the bench.
They rotate a little bit, don't they? It's 4 or 5 for 3 positions.
And then Blackburn, we've not got the, what we call it, 3-2-3-3. Is that what we're going to call it from last week? So still,
they've gone back to the standard 4-4-2, haven't they?
Yeah, so I don't know if that's good or bad. It's Jensen and Bent up front. So anyone that went crouch last week and persevered, that's unfortunate. He's the one that's been left out on the bench. And Ronald de Boer on the bench also could play up front. Burton O'Brien, not well owned, but obviously was more popular earlier in the season. He's playing with two guys in central midfield.
Yeah, there might be a few that not on free hit that might be stuck with Crouch, so that might not be good news. But again, with Blackburn, we can't really say much till they get a new manager, and hopefully they get a new manager that just plays good formations and attacking football and makes them an asset again.
Yeah, I don't know what formation we want with their squad ideally, because they've got reasonable options across the pitch. They're probably a bit short on centre mids, if anything. So
yeah.
I suppose 3-5-2 would be good for those of one Janssen, because he's pretty much nailed then to play attacking midfield every week. You get a Leeds type manager or something.
Yeah, and then you might lose your Duff that way in the 3-5-2, but
yeah, tough for them. And then Sunderland, Lieber and Phillips, normal team here. Ardley, McCann midfield. Sabon still running to the AMC role from out wide because Till's injured. Two strikers on the bench, Leotal and Kitson. So that might not be good news for Lieber owners, I would imagine.
Yeah, leave Phillips on.
Yeah, he's my emergency, but I won't need that now. But I went with him as my third striker. It was between him, One Chop, and Christie, and just the appeal of the penalties and the fact he's a premium, I think, swung it for me with him.
Yeah, same for me. I was on One Chop, and then all that data just screamed Kevin Phillips, so I had to go there.
Wicked. So that's all the teams. 5 minutes to go. Dip into the chat. A few people putting some predictions in to score first. Stephen Smalley's gone for Arca. John Shanley, Shearers to score first, second, third, and fourth.
Nice.
Newcastle 4-0 up after 10 minutes. Could that happen? I suppose it could happen.
Yeah.
Here
we got. We didn't do score predictions. That's what we could do. See what we think the scores are going to be as well.
Yeah, I think Villa will be the ones. I think Newcastle will probably get 3. I think Villa could get 4.
Yeah. What did I post out earlier this week? I said Villa 4-1 against Norwich.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Fair prediction.
I went Blackburn 3-1 against Sunderland.
Could still happen.
Yeah. I had Bradford losing 4-1 to Arsenal.
Well, they've repped. Well,
yeah. Exactly. Again, Henry could go off again tonight. Some people might still have him, and he could do very well. I had Leeds winning 3-0 at Cov. I think they'll be. Cov aren't as bad as what you think, really, but I think hopefully Leeds will go.
I love the fact you've come on the live stream and you've predicted loads of goals, because I never get loads of goals when I'm on.
Yeah, I've literally said goals galore at the end of this one this week. Who have we got? Everton, Leicester. I said 2-1. Ipswich, Man United, 2-0 Man United. Man City, Liverpool, I said 2-2. That'd probably be more 0-0 to be honest, but that was a bit of a hoping. Middlesbrough, Chelsea. I think I had 2-1 Chelsea due to, they've got injuries galore, so I'm not really sure what's going on there. And then Tottenham, Bolton. I actually had Tottenham to win 3-1 tonight, so we'll see how they get on.
Yeah, good. There's a great bit in the chat, by the way. Jay's put, why haven't you named the second guest on the right? Surely the bloke has a name.
Yeah.
You might have to give yourself a little introduction, Andrew, because some people may not. Anyone that didn't watch the Sunday preview stream.
Missed the big debut. Yeah, so I'm Andrew Sherratt, and then I'll do the fantasy FPL ChampMan tips page. So again, been playing since season 1. Love the game. And then basically, I steal Man on Martin's data each week and then make a thread from what I think is going to happen.
Don't we all do that?
Yeah, and I make about 7 or 8 predictions. So when I say Phillips is getting a hat trick like he did a couple of weeks ago, I focus on that and ignore the 6 I got wrong.
Oh, yeah. Sell the highs and diminish the lows. I like it.
Yeah.
I've no idea. To be fair, we make predictions every week on the preview, on the sim preview, as you know. I don't think anyone's kept a tally on how well we do in terms of predicting star men and correct scores.
Yeah, no, it does get a bit forgotten, doesn't it?
I think it's just there as a rough guide. So we do that without knowing any of the sim data either. So it's completely random. It's a good way of gauging your sort of knowledge of the game a little bit. You just see a fixture and think, well, that looks like a 2-1 or a 1-0, and when you're fairly accurate with what the sim's predicting, it does make you feel a bit quite good that you.
I always notice that Thomas is on the. He doesn't put much predictions in. Is he only on the part-time contract? Is he?
Yeah, he's players you played in are a bit skint at the minute.
Yeah.
So he's you notice we've only had 2 of us. Martin did one on his own the other week, and then I wasn't there this week, so we're cutting back. We're cutting back. A minute to go. What's going on in the chat now? We had a few more predictions. One shot that would piss a few people off because I think he's the one that's been avoided on a fair few free hits.
Yeah.
Like you, Andrew, he was probably, if you'd have asked me to pick a free hit without seeing any sim data, I think one shot probably would have made it.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, 2 lots of sim data suggested 3 better strikers. So I've listened. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. Do you go with your gut? Do you go with the sim data? I think somewhere in between is probably the best place to be, but I've gone with the sim data this week.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It changed my mind. One shot at home. Looking back at it, why have I not gone for one shot with 2 home games? But especially with the way he's been all season. But
yeah, my point was I think he'll probably get. There wasn't a lot of high average ratings in those games. We kicked off, so an 8 would probably be enough for 2 bonus points. May even be enough for man of the match in this game tonight, Man City Liverpool, and I think he's one of the more likely ones to get an 8. So he could get 5 points without scoring one shot tonight, which would be fine going into that second Sunderland game.
Yeah, I say it all depends. Yeah, it's a Sunderland game. I think they'll score a couple, but it's just whether Liverpool hold them tonight, really.
It's an attack versus attack at Portman Road, so it could be goals in Ipswich, Man United. Both teams have come out to get the early goal, as they have at Man City Liverpool as well. So it's a positive start for Liverpool. So there could be probably good news for anyone with Man City attackers. If Liverpool are giving it a go and not sitting back, I think I'd have rather seen Liverpool a bit sitting back, to be honest. I've got a goalkeeper and a defender in my free hit. So wouldn't mind the Man City clean sheet. I've got 2. I think most people have maybe got a goalkeeper and no defenders. I think it's probably a common free hit team this week.
Yeah. We'll be celebrating together tonight by the looks of it. Our teams do look quite similar from what I've seen. There's not much in it, is there?
Oh, there they go. Bang on. Yeah. He does listen, Captain, to what we're talking about. He's delivered. Bang on time to put the... Oh, go on, Rufus. Not the first.
Oh, that's in.
Go on. Oh, that would have been an outrageous start. Probably that complete random on my free hit would have been...
Yeah. He's on my bench, so it wouldn't have been too good for me, but I do like him doing well.
That's done to toil with me. I'll put him in. I just wanted a few different players on my free hit. But I looked at the Villa team and I thought he might take a pen.
We're pretty much the same, aren't we? Di Matteo and Titov, and then Ian Hart for Howie. Is that it? I think it is. Yeah, I've got Svensson for Rufus.
So 8 are the same.
Yeah. In it together, Blues and Villa.
This doesn't happen too often, unless you're talking about Liam Ridgewell or something.
I don't think either of us like him, do they?
No, I don't think so.
No. He did it right. The only problem with these beers is I'm calling it early. Like I was hoping to get away with not having a wee all stream, but I think I'm not even going to get to half time at this rate. So
I'm used to it. I think that's become sort of the common thing for me when I'm on. Whoever I'm on with disappears for about 10, 15 minutes at half time. Deacon, despite being the youngest guy, he's got the weakest bladder going, so he always needs to disappear at half time.
I'll be all right. My toilet's just downstairs there. So I've set up in the kitchen. I've kicked the family upstairs. So no problems there. Access to everything I need as displayed behind me.
Yeah, I think you're the first person to have actually podcasted in the kitchen. I like it with snacks and drinks and everything within reach. I've got quite a long walk to everything, including through my front room to get to all of my stuff. So I've not come especially prepared for this.
Have it already. Was Parler paying? I didn't even pay much attention to
that.
Yeah,
he's in with Perez.
I'll Cobra Bomb every time he does something exciting, shall I?
He'll probably score, to be fair. He's usually involved in one of those midfielders, isn't he? Doesn't necessarily have the best attributes. He's not the most glamorous pick, but...
I can't wait for him to do something. Villa have started positively. That's what I mean. I think this could be quite a few goals here. Hendry on it as well.
Goal.
There you go. Hendry assists. Dion Dublin.
Hendry first on my bench.
Yeah, that won't be coming on, will it? You're full of
it was a 50-50 call between him and Rufus, and I decided that the clean sheet was probably more guaranteed than a Hendry attacking return. So I thought, who's more likely to get 6 points, Rufus or Hendry?
Yeah, again, he's my first sub as well by the looks of it, actually, yeah.
So I went with probably Hendry, probably had the higher upside, even though Rufus, they could take pens. So Rufus could get pen, clean sheet, bonus points. He's probably got a reasonable upside tonight.
Yeah,
attacking returns.
Henry or Wright was my choice. I almost benched Wright because I thought he was most likely to be the sub today, but I thought him or Tiasso. So yeah, well, you had to go with a double, really, don't you?
A decent start for non-free hitters, because I'd imagine last week they played Watford. Was it last week or the week before? Villa played Watford.
Yeah, I think they've not had a bad run, so people are going to be having them at the moment.
I got him in a couple of weeks ago in my normal team. He was a popular transfer in that week for the Watford game.
Almost like a City clean sheet.
I'm sure there's quite a few, say, non-chippers that have probably got Henry. So
yeah, he'll be back in for me next week. He's good value, I think, at 6 million. It's just one of them ones you got to catch him in the right runs. Villa, I think if you ever see Villa like away to Chelsea or away to Liverpool, you don't want to be playing him. But most home games he's decent.
There's a run coming up. They've got 3 homes in a row. I can't remember the exact weeks. It might be 30 to 32, something like that. They've got 3 all right home games in a row. So that was the other reason I got him. They had the Watford. They had the game last week, which I think was okay. And then they've got 3 homes fairly soon. So you felt like he was a player you could hold for sort of 6-7 weeks and not have to worry about too much.
Yeah, you do. Like I said, it pains me buying these Villa players, but they're doing well. Aren't they like second in the league or something ridiculous?
I think they were.
Up, aren't they? Yeah. But yeah, they're good value. They're cheap and they're up there. So
I don't find them an easy team to manage. If you try and manage them yourself on this game, like I've obviously had a fair go at managing them numerous times.
I'd rather throw myself in front of a car, mate.
I've managed, but I should confess that when I was at college, we played 5 of us from college used to play in my bedroom, like pretty much every night till like 3 a.m. We all started in the Championship or Division 1 or whatever it is in this game, but the Championship as it is in that second tier. And we did a random draw to who we had to manage, and I conveniently got Birmingham. Yeah. So we managed to play 3 seasons of the game, and I had to manage Birmingham for 3 seasons.
I always managed them, and I always did well. Got them like won Champions League and whatnot with them. They're doing terrible in this sim.
It's another goal for Dion Dublin. Alan Thompson crossed this time. I joked with Benno on the stream to get Dublin. I did think about it. It felt like the sort of game he could do well in. He's more likely to get hauls than Angel. It felt like a good game for the wide players to cross, and then obviously he's really good on the end of crosses. 2 headers already here.
Without the double, if you forget about tomorrow night's fixtures and you look at those there, Villa would have been the team you were really selling. And like I said, you would have literally been saying, get on Angel, get on doubling, get on Henry. Yeah,
I did think about it. If I was going to get a single game week striker, there was obviously talk about Henry, there was talk about Viduka. Was there any other single game we could mention? Probably not really, apart from them 2. Maybe
no, Janssen maybe, but it's not a great fixture. Villa is the best there. I mean, like I said, Leeds and Arsenal are away. They're good players, but they are away from home.
Few chances for Leicester early doors, even though they're away.
There's going to be some tears if that triple and double Everton clean sheet wipeout happens.
Yeah, it's awkward for me. I had this chat. I was talking to someone in the week that I've only got 2 Everton defenders because I've got Titoff. And 3 does seem the more common free hit approach. So if they obviously keep the double clean sheet, am I actually worse off, even though I've got 2? I'm obviously gained on the non-free hitters, I would imagine, but...
Yeah, so I only went 2 as well. I think I wanted a bit of that midfield with Di Matteo. So it's too much. It's too painful when that goal goes in to know 3 clean sheets are going in one go. I don't think I can take it.
It's normally me on free hit, to be fair. I like to go all in on one thing. So triple defence, I think for me, I've mentioned before on here that when Man United had a triple game week last year, I picked 3 defenders. I had Barthez, Sylvester, and someone else. Everyone obviously had Veron and Van Nistelooy, who ended up both doing quite well. And I tried to be a smart arse or different, whatever you want to call it, but I had 3 defenders.
No, it's worth the gamble sometimes, isn't it? So yeah, Villa 2-0 already. So what did I say? 4-1. So almost halfway there.
Is Shearer any chance? Oh, he's gone for the knockdown instead this week.
Got to be caught. This is a tease. There you go. I knew that was a tease. I knew it.
There's quite a lot of weeks where I seem to have a striker that has loads of chances that all miss the target. One Chop's a prime candidate. I think it was one week recently, 5 shots, 1 on target. I think Crouch last week seemed to have about 20 headers and missed the target with all of them.
I'm pretty sure that shot didn't even happen in the game, and captain just knows loads of people are on him, and they just put that little tease in just to annoy you.
Keep your eye on it in the post-game stats. The Cole
Yeah, need to check. Yeah, show me that shot in the 9th minute.
Chance here for Viduka. Oh, that would have been a lasted assist as well. I think people carrying him from last week, Larson. Good start for Leeds, though. They've had 3 or 4 attacking phases of play already.
Yeah, well, you got to get past Headman or Heedman, whatever you call him nowadays.
Yeah, I'll take it 1. If you offer me 1-0 to Leeds in that game now, I'd probably take it, to be fair.
He was one of my worst decisions this year. I went Sereni at the start. Why did we do that?
Yeah, I did it as well.
Yeah, why?
Well done, Trove in the chat. Lee Henry on his free hit. I say there was a spot, I think, especially for midfielders, to punt.
Yeah.
Henry was in that discussion as well. Say he was borderline my 11th man, so I can see the appeal of it. So it's a good start for him.
We've almost gone for him, not the bottle to put him in the starting lineup. We've teased him.
Fantasy Connections got Alan Thompson in, done more in 7 minutes for him than Pedersen's done in 2 months.
Very well done.
Could score tonight, Pedersen, though. Centre forward. Don't necessarily trust the Tottenham defence to clean sheet. They seem to be a bit better lately, though. I don't think they're quite as bad. I don't keep it the closest eye on Tottenham, if I'm being honest, but it doesn't feel like they've been as bad lately with Dudek and maybe.
No, they've picked up a little bit. Again, they're rock bottom, aren't they? So they need to start getting out of it. They're not the worst team. They're not got the worst squad in the league, so they should start picking up points. They've just got a dour manager and bad tactics, really, haven't
they? All sports fan Adam just waiting for Hendry to headbutt someone now and get a red card. He had a little bit of that tenacity in real life, Lee Hendry. I don't know what his attributes are in the game for that sort of thing.
Yeah, he was a dirty little so-and-so, wasn't he?
He had that about him, yeah.
He's still doing all right for himself. He's on the telly a lot and stuff. He gets a lot of punditry, doesn't he? Does all right.
Don't want Arca getting anything. He's the one player tonight that I haven't got that probably is. So the ones that probably not scare me tonight, but the ones that can probably do me the most damage, just let Marcus Bent have this shot. So yeah, Newcastle, some may have gone Hughes. I think Dyer, Court, Shearer is probably the popular three we've both got. But
yeah, Hughes could hurt us.
Then
Arca, as you said as well.
Yeah, some I think would have punted him as they're sort of in that random midfield slot. Understand Ruud 2 games.
You haven't got have you got Svensson or not?
No.
So again, some will be on him like me, and others weren't. You just got to get lucky with this free hit. Like I said, everyone's 80% the same, so it's just that. What do that extra 20% do? There won't be many points in it, but
no, Naismith's the other one. I'd say you could have arguably had any of the Everton defenders. I'm surprised some went Weir because I didn't really see him as having as much upside. Maybe they thought he was a bit more nailed, but
no, he wasn't in the data though, looking quite high. I think he was like top 6 or 7 in that data. But I think he said he hadn't put much McAteer in it due to him not playing a lot of the games.
And Paz, I think he was just trying to keep it more simple. So he left Paz and McAteer out to focus on Naismith, Weir, and Unsworth, I think, to use that as a guide for what the other defenders could do if they played.
Yeah. I worry about McAteer tomorrow night. I think he doesn't play, and possibly Unsworth too. So they need to deliver tonight. Get that right in.
It's been disallowed.
Oh, I'll do it anyway.
No, it's not been disallowed, really. I wanted to see what you did if you got disallowed.
I was still going for it, mate.
It's the goal stands. Possible Perez assist, I think. His name definitely flashed up in the build-up. Yeah, Perez assist.
I need to make sure I screenshot this and tweet him for the 500th time, trying to get him to retreat one of my Cobra bombs.
Campbell trying to set up Christie. This will be typical. Gravison, the one player no one's got. Oh, go on, Titoff. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. That's a good one. Who's got the assist on that one? I'm too busy.
That was Gravison, I think. Yeah, Gravison's cross. Campbell and Christie involved.
Yeah, I didn't hear much talk of Gravison, really. Don't think he got into many teams, but he can always deliver in a double game week.
There was just such a focus on the triple defence, wasn't there? They would say they're playing the off you go. Well done, Andrew.
Cheers, Ray Parler.
There was there was talk. Everyone just was so hooked on the triple Everton defence that I don't think anyone even considered. Maybe they considered Christie, but they didn't really consider anyone else. So I got it because the two teams they were playing aren't the best attacking away teams. I think I said it before, Leicester and Bradford are the two worst teams for shots in away games all season.
Yeah.
So I can see why people tripled up. Two wing backs as well, not a bad, obviously, set up if you go with those two.
No, not bad. How many re-sims do you reckon Captain had to do to get a Ray Parler Jaeger bomb within the first 15 minutes? Had to run that at least 20 times to get that to happen.
No, I don't think so. You thought there would be Arsenal goals tonight, and it does feel like when there's Arsenal goals, Parler tends to get something. He's one of those players, I think, that if you would assume he's involved in a lot of rep. But I'm sure if you actually looked at it in detail, I haven't looked at who started how many games, but I bet he started a lot more than you think. I wouldn't be surprised if he started like 18, 19 games at these 27.
Yeah, he's so under the radar. And if you look at everyone's teams this season, I mean, he's in the top 5 midfielders, something like that. And he's been in no one's team. I'm having him every week just so I can Cobra bomb from now on. It's one of them ones, don't care about the fixture, get him in, see what he does.
Graham's put everyone sleeping on Tita. If I had him for about 5 weeks of shit, I got him on my wild card instead of Partridge. Instantly regretted it. Should have got Partridge instead. That cost me quite a lot of points. And then obviously last week Titoff didn't have a game because of this double, so I took him out last week for someone with a double. I can't think of who I took him out for now, but he's not a bad one to hold. I say, especially if you get Everton in this formation. They've got Watford at home fairly soon, which it could be another game where they play this formation tonight with the AMC. So. Yeah. He's good in this formation. When they played a flat 3, I think he's probably the worst. Gravison and Di Matteo tend to be a bit better. And then they've got the others, Nyarko, Schumacher, that obviously play some games. So he's a little bit rotation risk, and he's not in his ideal position. But I think he's quite dangerous in this position tonight, AMC. So that's why I picked him, hoping that he'd play there at least one of the games.
We just missed a hook in. Prutton has been subbed off without an injury 16 minutes in. So... what's that? The usual. He's had three passes, done nothing, got a 6, off he come. He
was playing right wing back as well, so that's maybe the manager didn't wanted to get Tarico back in his favourite position. So
get those 70
back on the right.
Ricard, he's a good player. Do rate him. Yeah, see that coming.
So Chelsea clean sheet wipeout. Another maybe win for non-free hitters. He's still maybe lingering around in some teams, I would imagine, Ricard.
He's good value when you look at what he's like 9.5 compared to. He's not obviously quite as prolific as your Shearer and your Phillips and stuff, but for that less money, he's well worth it. I'd say he's been in my team. By the end of it, he probably would have spent about 75% in my team.
Anyone free hitting after next week where you don't really need a premium mid. I say if anyone's still got Veron, would obviously be holding for the double next week. I've still got Veron. I'll probably sell because I don't think he's great value for money, Veron, to be fair. He's not delivering on the price. I want to get more money into my strikers.
I rotate between Pedersen, Robbie Keane and Janssen normally.
Yeah, but I say I might have a reshuffle, a little -8 or something, get the Veron money up front. And I wouldn't mind trying to get to Ricard as a third striker.
Or Petkov as well. I think
another goal. That's another one for non-free hitters, is it?
Yeah, my non-free hit team would be doing better at the moment.
Bad news for anyone that went Harper in goal on their free hit. Some might have done it, 4 million. I don't think we was really short on budget on free hit this week, so it wasn't like a big desperation to save money. But
no, that's going one or two ways now. That's obviously floodgates open, Newcastle attack, or didn't Watford grind out a 1-0 the other week as well?
Against Blackburn when everyone went all their attackers.
Yeah. Oh God, not again.
Or potential goal of the season candidate for Angel, overhead kick there. He's unsurprising if Angel missed it.
I didn't go for Blackburn when everyone was on him, so I didn't have any assets, so that didn't get burnt. But if you've done that and Newcastle lose 1-0 tonight, you could be seriously not a fan of Watford anymore.
At Matt Zedis fans, isn't it? Too unexpected.
I love that you have him just counting those save points every week.
I haven't got him anymore. I got Kirkland on my wild card. I caved into peer pressure.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you got to eventually 5 million, but yeah, when it's a 4.5, like I said, you don't want to go Headman, you don't want to go Sereni. He was good going against the cuff. I like it.
I'd love to have a team of just like my favourite players. People for some reason are just fun to own, or I've got a soft spot for. He would be in that team if I had. Say Honcho's my favourite of all, so he'd be in it. But yeah, I think Atmadzidis would be my keeper.
I'd have 11 Ray Parlours.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you go. And you probably do all right with these players because there's a reason you like them, because they tick along, they do fairly well, I would imagine. They're just players that can do something. So yeah, Parlour, as you say, you could have probably, was he around 100 points, is he? I've been keeping track.
I'm pretty sure he's top 4 or 5 in the midfielders. He's surprisingly good. I don't remember this game ever owning, even when I was Arsenal, I don't remember particularly sticking with him. He's one of them ones you always think, I can sign someone better than him.
Yeah, I've learned that from playing the fantasy version of this game. Some players that I would never think of owning, if I managed these teams, they'd be instant. Like Dublin, I've managed Villa so many times, I've never really kept him. I think I've just assumed he's quite old. I'll just sell him and then buy one of the. Let's just let it go. I'm not always a fan of playing. I don't like buying just all the well-known cheap good players of two Madeiras and stuff. He's a bit boring if you just play the game and always have him.
Yeah, I mean, we all know that now. Parlour's third highest scoring midfielder, so only got Hendry and Veron above him.
And Hendry as well. Wow.
Yeah, so Hendry, he was 10 points behind Veron before tonight, so he may overtake him and be the top scoring midfielder after that.
He just flashed up on the bottom with the upcoming fixtures, the spinner there for assists, and Hendry had 11.
Yeah,
I'm assuming that doesn't count tonight.
No, I mean, I can't imagine it'd be that quick. I presume that's yet to be added.
So, yeah, 12 assists for Hendry.
Captain's working overtime if he's getting that up to date, play by play.
Yeah, Moyes just said 111 points for Parlour. Outrageous. What is he, 5.5? 6 mil?
6.5, I think.
Oh, 6. He was 5.5 last year.
Yeah, so I think it's just one in ones. Bowyer seems the sexier choice, doesn't it, with Leeds and stuff. Parlour, I don't, for some reason, with Arsenal, people just don't fancy him much, but you've missed out.
Hendry again, yeah. It's Hendry again.
Oh, yeah, captain's in. I do try and keep it up to date.
Another assist for Lee Hendry. That's 2 assists.
So is that top scoring midfielder now? That will be enough, won't it? Just about 10 points behind.
He's just put assist number 12 in the comms. If he's just written that in the last 15 seconds, that's outrageous.
Yeah.
Oh, that's frustrating on a free hit. First sub. Come
on, Jermaine Wright.
That made me feel a bit better if he scored that straight after. But yeah, it looks like Hendry's going to outscore Rufus, that 50-50 call. I still stick by it. It's one of those things with decisions. As long as you've got logical reasoning, I think you can always look back at it and think it was the right thing. It was awkward. What do you want, a winger against a wing back, or pretty much a locked-in clean sheet from Torres takes penalties? It's tricky.
If Ruud and Henry go off tonight, I'm really going to start regretting this free hit. Would have been doing better. Yeah. Petkoff.
Phillips, first chance. Oh no, Arca. Goal.
Oh, there we go.
You need that.
We've got to be happy. Lots of people on the stream will want Arca. So well done, everyone who went for him. I put him in my tips free hit team of the week, and then I bottled it. So serves me right.
To be fair, the only good news for me is Titoff's offset that. So
yeah,
I'm kind of.
He's a good one, yeah. Yeah, if I'd have had a Di Matteo goal in there, I would have been buzzing.
Oh, Phillips.
Here's Phillips, though. Yeah, we'll take that. There you go, Kevin Phillips.
It's like an assist. He didn't seem to do it. Like, it must have been the briefest of flick-ons.
Yeah. What a player he was, by the way. Loved Kevin Phillips. He played for both of us as well, didn't he? And West Brom. He was everywhere.
There's more than you think that played for both of us. You wouldn't think it's that common. It's not anyone that is massively big. Craig Gardner's and stuff. It's no one that's desperate to remember, I don't think. Heskey, probably the best player that played for both teams, I would imagine.
Yeah, Craig's still there being the puppet for the new owners, whatever they are. Oh, I can't even get started.
The goal there, Villa cleans.
Gone. Yeah,
that would have been extra painful for my Rufus pick if Norwich scored.
McCann was offside because he's just got that big arrow running down the middle of the pitch.
Yeah, he ran too far. Forrest Gumped it, didn't he? Right down the middle.
Yeah. What instruction that? To run down the middle, mate. Straight line. Off you go.
Here's Veron.
He heard Lee Hendry was catching him up. He wasn't having it.
Few Arca. There's quite a lot. Just looking at the chat.
Yeah, few will be on Arca and Phillips.
Just David's put in the chat. I think that say we're in the AFCON semi-finals, and both of the people we're against, so that's FPL discussion and Gills. They're our opponents. They both got Arca, I think.
The question, I don't know if Captain would have the answer, but it'd be interesting to know how many people or like what percentage are actually on free hits tonight. So obviously you see it on the Discords and all stuff like that, but it's hard to.
Ian Hart.
Yes,
goal for Ian Hart.
There we go. There's my gamble.
Oh, I took him out my free hit. Was it? Basically, everyone I took out to accommodate Rufus is delivering. Hart was in there, took him out for Rufus. Hendry was in there, took him out for Rufus. Need a Rufus holder.
I'm going to do an Ian Hart bomb for that.
Random assist as well. Jose Fernando. So not any of the attacking players, unfortunately, for those with Leeds. Here come Watford again with Tommy Smith. Someone who hasn't scored. I think a fair few people persevered with Tommy Smith for a set number of game weeks. And I think with this Watford formation, there's the feeling that they'll score a fair number of goals, Watford. He must have scored. It feels like he's scored about one since they changed manager.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't seem to deliver much anymore.
Few on free hit. Aratravo has got Hart on his free hit. I think he also had Lee Hendry on his free hit. He's having a great free hit, Aratravo.
Cheers, Ian Hart. Appreciate that goal.
Yeah, no chip stats this season. I think that was a bit too hard to keep on top of. Here come Leicester again, trying to spoil the Everton clean sheet. Is McAnuff.
Oh, McAnuff.
Joe Benjamin, is it on the end? That's Robbie Savage.
This
Another
is going to be
fairly shit who scores a lot.
Yeah, there you go.
Everton clean sheet wipeout. Massive win for the non-free hitters. I would think this is.
Savage, he was a funny player for us. You can't, like, he's awful, but so good at the same time. Did enjoy watching him.
Yeah, he's another, like Parler, totally unglamorous central midfielder. Plays most games, or more than you think, and has a tendency to score. Yeah, got a goal. Anyone still hanging around with McAnuff?
Oh God, yeah. No, I got rid of him a while ago. I had enough.
This Villa left side is really dominating. Thompson and Hendry are running the show, it seems like, in this game. Everything's coming through them two. Nothing down Taylor and Boateng's side. What's
going on with Fernando playing for Leeds then? Because I think he played last week. So I got stung last week. I bought in Rio, and then he got reps out, and I think Fernando played then as well, didn't he?
Yeah, he's got higher player potential, I think Luke said, in season 2. So he's a young player with higher...
But he hasn't played this season, did he? He's basically done the same. Or they go Nedved, that's another one people said. I saw a few people on that.
Yeah. Winger versus wing back with
Paul Scholes.
For jumping on the linesman's shoulders. If Paul Scholes would do that.
In the book. For having his cock out on the pitch again on Scholesy.
One of the most miserable footballers of all time. He's not going to be jumping on a linesman's shoulders, I don't think.
Yeah, Nedved was a good shout.
For an assist as well.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, he heard Lee Hendry calling in the distance.
There's a Blackburn equaliser against Sunderland. Nobby Solano, that was. I think it was a Duff assist.
Yeah. A week too late for some people there. I told you it was going to be a goal fest.
Yes, we're going well. Just say Newcastle hasn't scored.
Yeah, that's kind of a big one we all want. And Man City.
Yeah, that's probably the two teams people are looking at, Newcastle, Man City, and Everton.
Well, everyone's at Everton defence, though, weren't they? They weren't really bothered about Everton goals. A couple of people on Christie and random midfielders like me and you.
Yeah, it's an amazing week for non-free hitters. They've probably still got Veron. He's got an assist. Lee Hendry's probably popular. He's got 2 assists. Not sure if there's anyone else in non-free hit teams. Let's say maybe McAnuff with a returning. Just talking about Boateng not doing very much. He's going to set up Dublin now. 3 headers, is it?
There you go. Hat-trick Dublin. Yeah.
I said Villa were going to smash Norwich. 4 goals in 28 minutes. It just felt like...
Yeah. I said I had 4-1, so they're going to shut up shop now and concede one.
Well, you got your Norwich goal. You just got disallowed.
Yeah.
Dion Dublin. What's this going to be?
How many people own Dublin? Not many.
That's going to be 17. You'd assume he's going to get man of the match. That's 17 if he's got man of the match.
Yeah, he'll pretty nailed for team of the week already, despite what the others may do.
He's good each season for about 2 hat tricks. He got one. I captained him in a promising game last year when everyone went Henry, and I think both of them scored hat tricks in the same game week. And Henry, I think, maybe got an assist as well and outscored Dublin. So my captaincy move didn't really work out because I still lost points on the masses. But I think it was Sunderland at home. He scored a hat trick in from memory. Oh, Trevor Benjamin, more pain for Everton. That could have been.
I just think this game now, I'd love to almost go back in time and start season 1 again, because obviously I've learned through the community and stuff. Like, I've only not even been long on Discord and stuff, but I've not really used sim data. For me, it was always just looking at the site, looking at the points, and going with it. You don't realise how clueless you are.
Oh, big goal!
There we go.
Yeah, that's why you went David Weir over the 2 wing backs.
There and was that Naismith as well? Yeah, that couldn't have gone any worse for me.
Yeah, I've got McAteer. Same for you?
McAteer at Unsworth. Yeah, that's probably the worst goal there could ever be.
Yeah,
I did see Naismith in that data, and like you said, it's hard. There's so much more information out there. I don't know whether it makes me better or more confused, to be honest.
I think the wing backs was a 50-50 call. I think there was a feeling Naismith took corners. I was more concerned that Naismith would get rep. They've got that McLeod guy, and I was worried that they may roll him out for the second game.
Yeah, I'm worried about Unsworth seems to get repped. McAteer seems to get repped tomorrow night does concern me a little bit, especially if it stays like this now and you've got Weir and Naismith delivering and McAteer and Unsworth getting 2 points. It's
probably not a bad result. I've got both of those because it's basically the equivalent of a clean sheet, isn't it? What you would have got just for the clean sheet.
Yeah.
But you've gained on obviously those that did go McAteer and Unsworth.
That's what I said. It's that 80% with that different 20. It's just that difference on other people, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't like that goal.
No. Right.
John Shanley's got the same problem. Hart and Hendry on his bench, triple Everton defence. That's ultra annoying.
I'm glad I went on Hart. If they can get clean sheet, I'll be happy.
A few defensive hauls coming in here. Man City game been quite quiet so far. Man City, Liverpool. Hopkins on corners.
McNamara. Hopkins. I wonder how many people went in. I don't think he'll play the second game, will he?
You wouldn't think so. It's the left winger and the right back passing around each other at the minute, as you do.
Yeah.
I don't know what the point of that little bit of comms was.
No, there was a lot of McNamara. I suppose it's just that tease for people that own McNamara, isn't it?
Pep talk. I still remember that week last year when Az joined the game and Irons and I advised him not to go Dublin just before he got a hat trick. Az still ain't talking to me after that.
Expected.
Marky's on performance bonus. He's got Hendry. Sort of 12-point hit to play his performance bonus chip, but he's got Hendry, Arca, Weir, Phillips, and Hart in his team.
That's a pretty good evening so far.
Well, Hendry's basically covered as a goal there. I missed that.
Man City clean sheet. That's Howie down the toilet.
I've got Howie and Oakes. Double clean sheet gone.
Yeah, Oakes gone for me too. To be expected though. I don't think anyone think Man City was going to get a clean sheet against Liverpool. Hence why most people went more down the midfield route.
So pretty much all clean sheets wiped out on free hit. All the big doublers have all conceded.
Yeah.
So unless anyone went with
single people like Rufus were your best choice, and your Fuglestad should have kept him in.
Yeah, team of the week: Rufus, Fuglestad, and Hart.
Oh God. Steven Gerrard.
It didn't look a great week for defenders. I found defenders the hardest on free hit, to be fair. It didn't look a good week for it. You were sort of clutching at straws and trying to make sort of arguments for yourself, really.
Well, again, that's why most people have played like a 3-4-3, haven't they? Like normally in a double game week, you'd be all over big at the back 5. But I took a gamble on McAteer and Unsworth for Everton clean sheets, and then my one rogue was Ian Hart, which is currently paying off. So
yeah, my original team in a minute's got Gardner in it. He's keeping a clean sheet. I don't even want to think about what my original team's doing. To be fair,
Have you stuck with Gardner? I think I sold him like a week or two ago. I had enough after those drop-ins.
I kept him because they've got an all right game next week. So I wanted to play my performance chip next week.
Yeah, I think I used that like week 3 or 4. I used it early. Went stupid.
I'm quite well stocked on Man United and Chelsea. So last week I wanted to get a Leeds defender in. So I got Gary Kelly in last week. It was one of my transfers last week. He's doubling again.
No, not a fourth.
So yeah, I got Kelly in, and I wanted to take a defender out, and I had Ashley Cole, who didn't look that great last week, and Gardner, who didn't look that great last week either.
Ashley Cole's a weird one this year. Yeah, I can see how you get rid of Cole. He doesn't really offer much attacking wise, looking at what's happened, you probably think Arsenal's clean sheets are going to run out at some point. They've been on such a good run.
So it's more, I didn't want him next week for Man United away when I wanted to play the chip. So I thought I'll get Kelly in for him now. And I've got Gardner's got a home game. So at least I can play him in the chip. And I'd imagine soon after that, Gardner becomes Honcho for me for the run-in.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what week yet, but that will be my logical move, I think.
I'm on triple captain next week.
On who? Or you're not decided yet?
Probably Ruud and Kevin Phillips.
Okay, it makes sense.
Yeah. I think that's what I looked at. Henry, there you go. He's going to deliver again. He's one in my normal team.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, my normal team's doing well. Veron.
Yeah, very well. Yeah. Painfully well.
I think just those three by themselves, Veron, Hendry, and Henry, are probably outperforming my whole free hit at the moment.
Yeah, who have I got? I've got Kirkland would have got a clean sheet. Ferdinand and Kelly would have a clean sheet. Fugelstad would have a clean sheet. Rufus would have a clean sheet. Petkov scored. Hendry's got 2 assists. And I had Henry, Van Nistelooy, and Lee Hughes as well, and Harry Kewell. So they would have been dynamite this week.
Wow, that makes me better. I don't think mine's doing quite that well.
Yeah. Right, I don't want to be on the stream anymore.
And Scowcroft's got to score.
Oh God, I did say that one as well, didn't I? Yeah.
Just had quite a big chance. I thought he was going to score.
Yeah, he was the one I was a bit unsure because no one talks about him. And obviously, if you're looking at doubles, he is a midfielder, not that expensive. That does play towards the front. He's one worth thinking about. I think with 2 home games, everyone would have been on him.
But a lot of chances here, Leicester. Far more than I maybe expected. I can't remember from Martin's sim data preview what the expected shots counts was for Leicester, but it feels like they've had like 5 or 6 already.
Yeah, let me check.
Yeah, it's been quite high. I don't think it's got any bearing of the score. I know they're losing, but I don't remember any comms saying they've gone more attacking. But
no, I didn't write the shots down. What did I do? Yeah, 0.65 chance of scoring. So you'd expect maybe 1, but
Cowell's got no returns yet. Standard. Don't know who he's got. Must be carrying a lot of Blackburn, I would think.
Yeah, I think a few people might be stuck on that.
Solano for Burton O'Brien. That's
there we go. Burton O'Brien. The BOB. Yes, he's in my dead team. Love it.
Yeah, Solano, golden assist.
He was a good choice at the start of the season. I was on O'Brien for 4 or 5 weeks, but he's just not nailed. There was better 4.5s out there.
I think as the season's gone on, they've just arrived, haven't they? Your Finnans, your Everingtons.
Yeah, I mean Gunnarsson again. You wouldn't have maybe expected to do as well. Nolan was pretty nailed and expected. There's a few that creep into it. Even Christensen at Chelsea is an occasional not bad shout now.
Yeah, I don't know if the Smiths in the chat's taking the piss. Has Hendry got anything? I don't know if he's just joined the stream late or whether he's rubbing it in.
Yeah. Bob the Builder. Yeah, probably someone will have him captain somewhere as well. I keep seeing, you know what annoys me the most is when you see the team of the week and it's clearly like some guy who's never played the game since game week 1. Worst.
Dead teams managed to get a load of points.
Yeah, painful.
Come on, Man City. That could be a pen. Biscan, Fallon, Tiato.
Yeah, there you go.
I wouldn't mind a Kirkland clean sheet wipeout here.
So you reckon that's Tiato instead of Howie? Not
We'll
probably
see.
on your way. Yeah.
Yeah. It's annoying. Risk backfired.
Yeah.
At least it's wiped out the Kirkland clean sheet, which obviously is.
Yeah. And in fairness, if you've gone Tiato, I think that's very well played because with Hopkins as the leak, I think he was most at risk in people's minds. So very well done if you've gone Tiato.
Yeah, Ted, unfortunately, I got Howie in because I had a feeling they might get a pen. And I got him in because I thought he'd take the pens. I like you just said, I didn't think Teto was playing. I thought it'd be Flitcroft and Wright in the middle, Svensson on the right. Which then I wasn't sure who next penalty taker was after Tiato. I just vaguely remember Howie having quite a high penalty stat, so could have been him. But what's Petit done? Only a booking for pushing. But
yeah, they're struggling at the back, Chelsea, aren't they? Not much they can do at the moment.
yeah, Eretravo's got Howie as well. Yeah, one of those things. Marky Sharky's got Tiato. Fair play.
Yeah, a few people on Howie. Bit sad from that.
So it's another game. You might get a clean sheet in the second one. You might even get bonus points in this. Not a lot's happening, so they could be. As I say, that I expect the man of the match to be someone with an 8 in that game. Man City, Liverpool. It's probably about 5 players all with an 8, and the game just picks one at random, doesn't it? To assign the man of the match to.
Yeah, hopefully you might get a few bonus out of that. Could get unlucky.
Who do we reckon the Blackburn manager is? AD Tour. Wouldn't even want to guess. There's no way I would have guessed John Collins would be a Premier League manager, and we obviously got that.
No, people want Dave Jones because I think he's got the best formation. From what I always see when jobs come up, people always throw his name in the hat, don't they? But
yeah,
I saw who was available. Wenger was available. Vialli was available.
That'd be class if Wenger leaves Arsenal to go and manage Blackburn. Very unrealistic, this game. We kind of know that anyway, but
yeah. Come on, Shearer, turn up.
TJ Snook got one chop, Svensson and Flitcroft as his Man City players. To be fair, it could be worse, TJ. So I've doubled up on the defence and they've conceded. So you're probably in better hands than I've got. Eric Scott, Hart and Naismith. Not too bad. Niho was a bit unfortunate. I think he's got the whole Man City midfield apart from Tiato.
Yeah, unlucky with that one. Right, I need a fast forward button so I can go to the toilet at half time. 5 more minutes of struggle.
We get captain to turn it up to very fast, for the last 3 minutes.
Just a little bit, just to get me through to half time. We can all read the scores at the bottom. We'll still get all the fun. It's fine.
Newcastle turning to Pete Blackburn. Yeah, we've been Watford. If they get back-to-back away clean sheets when the simulator promises 2-3 goals, I wouldn't mind so much. But Newcastle barely had a shot. It's not like Matzidis is saving everything, is it?
No,
He's
that's what I mean. Yeah, they're not doing much, are they?
There's a goal, Malcolm Christie.
Yeah. Out. Ruled out. Glad of that. A few people would have been on him.
We might have just got himself booked for arguing. Yeah, he has.
Yeah, good. I don't own him too. Get him right in that book.
Argue a bit more and get sent off. Might as well now.
Yeah. I wanted other people to do well earlier, but I've changed my mind on that now.
AD Tour, it said on the comms, how will the new manager of Blackburn do outside of London? Oh, I didn't see that in the comms. Maybe it is Wenger. Glenn Hoddle. We get Glenn Hoddle back at Blackburn.
Yeah, maybe. Could be.
Headman.
He's just a tank, isn't he?
Yeah. It feels like 5 or 6. He seems to be the busiest keeper in the game at the minute. And I'd say Marshall's normally quite busy. He just hasn't saved anything. It's it feels like it's Headman is on for the most save points. Could be Alan Kirbishley, another one. I don't know where he is these days on the game, but obviously he was at Cholton season 1. So him.
Isn't he? Is he Spurs manager?
Is Kirbishley? I can't remember who Spurs manager is. Yeah, it might be him.
I think it might. Oh, yeah, I think it might be. I swear he got a job in the Premiership.
Okay, I'm trying to think of all the managers have been. Season 1.
Help us out in the chat there.
Fulham was to Ghana, wasn't it, to start?
Yeah.
So I'm guessing I don't know if he's still Fulham manager, but he's an option if he's not.
I think it is Tottenham.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
Who scored for Villa after the brace? Who was the other Villa goal?
If Dublin, Angel scored one.
Yeah, there you go. Mate, I'm on the gin, you're on the Lucas age. You're going to have to remember the finer
I'm
details.
not opening the Lucas Age. I'm going to pour it in the gin at half time.
Good lad.
I've got to decide which. I've got a few different flavours of gin. I've got the normal Bombay Sapphire unflavoured.
Yeah. Kerbesley is at Spurs. Yeah, we probably should have known that. I kind of did, but I wasn't sure.
So yeah, if it's someone that's managed a London team in the game, you've got, say, Tottenham's been Hoddle, Arsenal's been Wenger, Watford's been Vialli, Fulham's been Tagana.
I think Vialli. Good. He's got I think he's got a lot of the superb rep or whatever it is on it. So he's high up there.
Obviously shown Blackburn a lot with the fact that I don't think Watford scored in like the first 5 game weeks when he was their manager, and
yeah,
that appeals to the Blackburn board. There you go. There's your half time, Andrew.
Yeah, there we go. Right, I'll be back as soon as possible.
So yeah, rundown of the scores for everyone, top to bottom. Villa 4, Norwich 0. Obviously, a few things here. Dion Dublin hat-trick, the main talking point. Then Angel with the other goal, 2 assists for Lee Hendry. So that's the main players involved there. Blackburn 2, Sunderland 1, goal and assist for Solano in that game. Good news for 3 hitters that Phillips assisted Arca for the Sunderland goal. Bradford 0, Arsenal 2, Ray Parler and Thierry Henry with those goals. Coventry 0, Leeds 1, Ian Hart. No set piece though, a goal from open play, assisted by Jose Fernando. Everton 2, Leicester 1, so a lot of free hit, clean sheet wipeouts there. Everton's 2 goals been scored by Weir and Titoff. Leicester's goal was Robbie Savage. Ipswich 0, Man United 1. Veron assist for Nedved. Man City 1, Liverpool 1. Goals there. Tiato penalty for Man City. Liverpool's goal. I can't remember, to be honest, who scored Liverpool's goal. They went 1-0 up though. Middlesbrough 1, Chelsea 0, Hamilton Ricard. Oh, there you go. Gerrard goal for Smeets. It's on the video printer. Really frustrating. Newcastle 0, Watford 1. No shots really for Newcastle. I don't think Atmatzidis is even on for a save point yet. Newcastle have been awful. But Petkoff with a goal for Watford, and then Tottenham 0, Bolton 0 at the bottom. The only 0-0 still so far. So we've got 3, 4, 5. Still 8 clean sheets intact. 8 clean sheets intact. Really none for free hitters, I would think, or wildcarders. Those not playing a chip. To be fair, I don't think there's too many clean sheets around. Villa, I don't think they're that well owned defensively. Arsenal, anyone with Ashley Cole still probably is the only one there.
One for Arsenal, I would have thought.
Leeds, some people might have Hart, some people might have Ferdinand, Gary Kelly. So Leeds, there might be an odd few clean sheets. Man United clean sheets still going. So Sylvester really only there now because Ekiog's not playing.
Yeah.
Middlesbrough, probably not because Atherton's out. I don't think many of the other defenders are that well owned, so probably not many clean sheets in that one.
The main man, Fugelstad, holding strong.
Yeah, so you got Fugelstad, you've got Atmatzidis, you've got a Leeds, probably Kelly, the most highly owned, I would think. And then maybe someone with a Mills or a Rufus. But there's not many clean sheets amongst an Ashley Cole. So 5 or 6 popular players, really.
Yeah, I think, again, been a good half. Lots of goals. Enjoyed it. Ray Parler turned up. Don't get much better than that, really. Yeah,
and even attacking returns for popular players. So, say 3 hitters, Shearer caught, nothing. Phillips assist, a little bit. Christie, nothing. One chop, nothing. Then non-free hitters, Viduka, nothing. Larson, nothing. Van Nistelooy, nothing. It's only really Henry, isn't it?
Yeah, say if any strikers done anything, Henry and
Dublin, but no one's really got Dublin.
Maybe Ricard, but I'm not sure many people are still on him.
Yeah, I guess a non-free hitter could easily have Henry, Ricard, Lieber or something as their 3 strikers at the moment.
Yeah,
with the intention of moving Henry on next week to one of the doublers. So
my plan was to sell Henry next week.
Yeah, you have to, I think.
Yeah. It's hard. He's delivering at the moment. But Man United. I've heard someone before, doesn't he do well against Man United?
Not in away games, though. It'll be ultra defensive, no counter-attack. I don't, to be fair, I don't know.
Home fixtures. Yeah, you are right. Home fixtures.
Yeah, I don't know what Collins is like for defensive mentality in away games. I don't think we've seen it yet. But I'd imagine it'll be all of the useful stuff off. So they'll have men behind the ball on no counter-attack.
Where are they in the league? They've crept up to 8th, haven't they?
Yeah, top 4, a big gap to the top 4, though, 7 points. They're catching you expect them to be 6 soon enough, wouldn't you? But
Yeah.
getting higher than that.
Oh God, Villa third makes me sick.
Tottenham getting off the bottom with this point.
Yeah, they could go down still. I think they'll get out of it, but they could do in Blackburn as well. It's
What
worrying.
better than expectation up to 15th? You kind of feel like they're going to concede the most goals. Maybe they'll be a bit like Bournemouth in normal Premier League for all those years under Eddie Howe. Terrible defence, but still found a way to finish like 14th, 15th, didn't they? Most seasons.
Yeah.
Could be Watford. Here's the ownership. So yeah, look at this. Ekiog not playing. Tarico, nothing. Desai, nothing. Sylvester's doing okay. Kelly's doing okay. It's them two really.
Yeah, Terry out as well. Atherton out.
So Sylvester and Kelly owners having a decent night.
Nolan machine. Yeah, Hendry is quite well owned now. I suppose they have to be. See, why is Ray Parler not like on that list? He should be, shouldn't he?
As you say, 6.5s. There's no 6.5s on that list. Maybe it's just one of those dead price points. Oh yeah, some people have got.
Why is Lampard on there? That's too many casuals for my liking.
Yeah, he definitely shouldn't be on there.
Yeah.
Pep
I don't remember doing anything all season, Lampard.
No, was he on? No, I don't even think he was on set pieces at any point. He didn't even have that going for him.
No.
Here we are, game week 27, 15 goals still top. Well, I think we're still probably on for someone or a few strikers are going to score over 20, I would imagine, which is not bad on this game. There's numerous seasons where the top scorer gets 17, 18. I think we're going to get better than that. I don't think we're going to get the 30 we've had from Viduka in other seasons, but probably 23 is probably realistic. 24.
Yeah, Shearer looks like he's had a good one. He always does well against the weak team, so he needs to do it tonight, doesn't he? He needs to put Watford to bed rather than another 1-0 Watford win.
I don't think he's had a shot yet. Yeah, the only time I've seen his name was when he nodded that ball down to Court, who then obviously put it over. We questioned at the time whether they actually had that shot, and it's the only time their attacking players have been in the comms, I think.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like when you obviously, like normally most weeks I'm watching this stream and you kind of you miss bits on the commentary, and even when you're commentating like yourself, you still miss bits. You don't understand how. It's amazing.
I get caught talking too much. So I've got
you do.
I've got monitors galore. I mean, watching the chat, etc., getting carried away.
You got to have a bit of chat. No one wants us just reading out the commentary lines all the time like robots. You need to talk your shit like we do.
Anyone notice a lot of away goals this week? Pep talk.
Well, yeah,
we've got Arsenal, Leeds, Man United, and Chelsea all playing away.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's the 5 best teams playing away, aren't they? So it's going to happen.
It's not them scoring though, really. Whatever. I suppose we've all got one. Not Chelsea.
Sunderland, Arsenal, Leeds, Leicester. Maybe Leicester and Watford are still capable of scoring away. Only one. Like they're not going to score 3 or 4.
I'm not surprised Chelsea haven't scored. I probably would have predicted a Middlesbrough clean sheet tonight, I think.
I would have, but again, I think that was possibly the worst fixture ever because both teams had lots of injuries, lots of not your usual bit. And it's quite hard to call. Like I said, I think I put it down as a 2-1 Chelsea, but hard to tell. Didn't really know what was going to go in that game. I'll be very surprised if that's ever gets to become a 3-3 or whatever on Simdaya.
You'll have to cover me a minute. I've opened my orange Lucasade, so I've got to go and get some. I've got to decide what gin.
Mate, yeah, you have you break. You crack on.
So it's right, Del Boy, drink this. I feel like I order a Tia Maria and lemonade or whatever it is, or what a Tia Maria and cherry aid or something.
I get it in, you'll be fine. A few people suggesting Redknapp as Blackburn manager. I don't know about that. I don't know where he is at the moment. But yeah, I suppose the London one. I missed that one in the comms, so I'll be interested to see who becomes the manager. A few people doing well. Hendry 2 assists, Weir goal, Arca goal, Phillips assist. So yeah, that's good going. That is. Been more in the comms. Hughes created a few chances.
I've gone for the watermelon and kiwi one. I think that might be the best one to go with orange. So
yeah, what am I on? I've got a rhubarb and ginger beer one. It's not bad actually.
The wife's a big fan of rhubarb gin. She never used to really drink gin, and about within the last year, I don't know where she had it, but she quite liked it. Now she doesn't like it with tonic, so long as she has it with lemonade.
I went to a mate's wedding, and there was like a free bar for a bit, and they had like a his drink, a her drink, and a their drink, and I think their drink was the rhubarb gin, and it was a bit of an episode that night. I was, again, probably the one who took advantage of the free bar the most. Again, he was one of my best mates who got married. And I think my missus turned around to me and said, what number drink's that? And I said 10. And she's like, well, I've had one. And we were about half an hour into the free bar. So one of those things. But yeah, I was on that most of the night. Loved it. So I've been on it. It burns your mouth a little bit, the rhubarb gin, especially with a ginger beer, but it's good.
A few people in the chat telling me it's Tim Maria and Lucas Adi ordered. David Gills prefers a G&T lager and a Bailey's. All in the same glass.
Yeah, I gotta say, that'll What did we used to do at uni? It was the people used to always do the Baileys and lime, so it curdled for ages, and you got to drink that. It was horrendous. I don't know if you've ever had that.
I used to drink Sambuca with Coke at uni.
I mean, not normal, but yeah, it's. I don't mind. I'm one of them ones. Tequila. If I don't put chewing gum in my mouth, I'm throwing up on the floor. Sambuca, I can drink all day. To be fair.
Yeah, I'm a big Sambuca boy, but I worked out at uni. If you had a Sambuca shot, it was like £2.50. If you had a Sambuca with Coke, it was £2.50. So I got 3 times the amount of drink for the same money when I was at uni. That was my logic.
Making the most of
it. It was a standard Marmite drink though. You either I obviously shared it around when I ordered it. Everyone was kind of interested what it would taste like.
Yeah,
and it's probably half and half. But people even like thought, yeah, they never really ordered it themselves. They still would rather have the vodka Red Bull or something. But it was something they would quite happily have again, or it was like the worst drink ever.
There was some good ones. I love the effort on the game week 100, but if them boys could have done a Centurion, that would have been amazing because they would have literally been like pools of sick by the end of that. I've done it before. It's hard work.
It must be an alcoholic drink that you can do it with. We used to do it at uni with beer, but because it was so fizzy, but by a sort of 50 or 60, it was sort of.
Yeah, you're burping a lot. I did it with a Jaeger at every 10, and I was paralytic by the time it got to about 70 or 80. It was hard work. Love Sambuca. Everyone loves a Sambuca. See, I would always say it's one of them ones. Are you Sambuca or are you tequila? I don't think there's many people that are both. You're normally one or the other.
I don't mind both, to be fair. I'd choose Sambuca if given the choice, but I'll quite happily go through rounds of tequila as well. It's fine. This isn't as nice as I hoped it would be, though. I've got to finish it now. Maybe I'll try it with the rest of the can of Lucas. I'll try a different gin.
Yeah, top it up. Real ale for Centurions. That would, I suppose flatter. Maybe it's my old age. I am getting a bit better with the old. Like honestly, if I would have had I quite like the pale ales and stuff now, but 5-10 years ago, I wouldn't have touched the stuff. I would have been like lager and that's it. Doom
Bar is my session, but if I was going out for 6 or 7, 8 beers, the Doom Bar would be my choice of drink.
Yeah, I've got quite a few brew dogs at the moment, like the different flavors of them. I need to get. I'm waiting for the old. I don't know if you listen to the Peter Crouch podcast, but I'm waiting for their beer to come out.
I listened to some of the FPL guys putting him in direction of the contracts when he was talking about his contracts at Stoke. Was it like 2 episodes ago now?
It's what's the beer called? The Lout Lager and Stout mixed together.
Sounds like an old man's drink. Don't they used to have like a bottle of something with lager poured in the top? I'm sure that my granddad used to have that when I was younger. Yeah, like lager and light and lager or something. I think it's called, or that's what he used to call it.
Yeah, the big sellers of the Lout there. They've got some again one of the ones I listened to it in lockdown and whatever, and I've just started listening to it again recently. It's good laugh, to be honest. They're good fun, them boys.
It's getting hard again now because a lot of the FPL podcasts are picking back up again. I've had a few quiet weeks, and I'm back, and my work's getting busier again and stuff now. So I'll probably have to. I don't get so much free time to properly concentrate on pods.
I'll
just having them on in the background and not. I need to listen reasonably intently to them.
FPL, I don't watch that many pods and stuff on it. I always play. Again, if you look at my leagues, I would say I win the majority of the mates leagues I'm in. I don't really play it that much. There's always one guy I work with who beats me every time. He does maiden. He gets about 1,000 points from me each year. But always play it, always love it. I'm not too bothered at the moment. I did a draft the other day, but you can't tell. It's too early. You got to wait for transfers. You got to see what's going on. I'll wait till close to the deadline.
FPL Bix, come on, Craig. 6 or 7 isn't a sesh, mate. It's for me. I don't know if it's old age or delicate stomach or what it is, but
that's pre-drink. That's pre-drinks, mate.
6 or 7
pre-drinks.
I play for a darts team as well. I should be better. I should be able to get through 10 or 12, but yeah, I don't. I get out of that by driving to darts, so then that's my excuse for not going mad. And to be fair, I'm not one of those with all sports. To be fair, I play darts. I'm reasonably handy at pool and stuff, but I'm not one of those that gets better after a few beers. I tend to be better sober, which is
there is a perfect amount of beers you can have. It happens. I play a lot of like the gaming stuff, like Call of Duty Warzone and stuff, and there's basically a level of like 3-4 beers where I'm absolute dynamite, and then after that I'm awful.
Yeah, I'm not a gamer. I want to know, FPL Bix, if you want to put in your chat what you call a session, I'd be interested. Say it'd be more, even at my own birthday party, I might only get to 8 or 10. So if he's talking about doing that fairly regularly, that's a good effort. Someone's having a Baileys and Cherryade. Interested?
Baileys and Cherryade, yeah. Oh, Billy Hannaway, what is love? I love that every week.
I'm sure that band, if I call them a band, I don't even know if it was multiple people, 2 people, what it was, but they must have done more than one song.
Well, there you go, underway. Let me fill my drink. Thanks for having me on anyway, Craig. I'm glad to be honest, I do have to admit, I did want you to be on with me. I've seen the streams and stuff, and I thought you'd be a good laugh to be on with. So I'm glad I got on with you.
Oh, thanks, mate. It was late. I wasn't sure. I don't need to talk about it too much, but I've had some. My daughter broke her arm, so I've had numerous complications with that this week. So I didn't think I was going to be around, but circumstances meant that I had a free evening. So it was only kind of today that it all got committed, wasn't it? So it's good that it's worked out.
Yeah. So yeah, glad she's okay. I appreciate you coming on and stuff as well. Great for me. Like it shows you how you can though. For me, like I've loved watching every week. You get involved with the chats. It's I suppose to anyone out there, if you put yourself out there, you can be involved with it.
I think that's the way they're doing it this year, to be fair. Like obviously it was Mode and Irons all last year, which was really good. I only got approached because of the podcast I did season 2 by myself, and then Martin the same. Darren's had a session on here. Deacon did a little bit, so he's come on. Benno was active. He's been involved. Yourself, you do your thread every week, don't you? So
again with me, I'm quite new to it really with the threads and stuff. I've always just kind of watched and enjoyed, but just tried to get involved more and been taken on, so I love it.
Is Desai?
No way.
Prone to the odd goal. They say it's good to have different people. I've been quite lucky this year, to be fair. I obviously love talking with Martin and Darren. We do it regularly, but I've been on with Martin a couple of times. Goal.
There you go. There's a goal. Who was it? Was that a mistake that come to it?
Chelsea, is it?
Own
goal? Is it my boy with an own goal, is it? Yep.
Yeah.
My boy with an own goal. So I've been quite lucky. I think I've had 2 with Deacon, 1 with Benno. I did 1 with Luke, 1 with yourself tonight. I've had quite a good spread with different people. And they say it's good to... You never quite know who you're going to gel with. There's obviously some pairings that tend to naturally flow off each other a little bit better and stuff. It's good to...
If we were struggling, we could always get into the Blues Villa argument. So we always had that fullback. So it's all good.
Nothing to argue about anymore, is it?
No, we're nothing, mate. Like, it's one of the things that they're my team, I support them, but I've just got no interest at the moment. I don't like when I'm offered tickets. I don't want to go. It's miserable there at the moment.
It's a weird one for me because I'm obviously not from the area. So born and bred East London. I only support Villa because my first game I ever went to was West Ham Villa. All my family support West Ham. Villa won. So my logic as a young kid was, well, Villa must be amazing if they've beat this supposedly really good team. And so I supported Villa since I think I was 6 when I went to my first game.
I had a cousin who was an Arsenal fan, and I started making signs to my dad that I wanted to be an Arsenal fan. So he bought me 3 season tickets in a row and was just like, absolutely not. You've got to suffer with me supporting Birmingham for the rest of your life. So
my family were quite, I'd say nice is the right word, but I wasn't forced. There's pictures of me as a kid in an Arsenal shirt. I don't know if you remember. Arsenal had a yellow shirt with like bits of blue on it. It must be sort of early 90s.
Yeah. Remember it.
yeah, there's pictures of me in that Arsenal shirt. That must be a little phase I had, maybe, where I was toying with supporting them. There's pictures of me in a West Ham shirt, which obviously the family forced on me.
I tried and failed. I say, like with me, Birmingham, it was great. My dad forced me into it, and they've been excited. This is what I always say because I'm a PE teacher, I work in a school and stuff, and all the kids are just like, "Oh, I support your Man Uniteds and stuff." I'm like, "That's so boring." I was like, they complain about where Man United are now. I was like, "You haven't lost at Southend away on a Tuesday night. You do not know what it is to be a proper football fan, like going through that torment week by week."
Yeah, I think I've spoken about it before, and in my school was full of Man United. It's fairly even split between West Ham and Man United. And bearing in mind, Upton Park was about a 5-minute walk from my school. All goal was an Arsenal PG wipeout.
Won't be many. That would have been Laurent if he hadn't have buggered off to.
You missed something. It just said an equaliser in the comms. It is 2-1, isn't it?
No, it's 2-1. Yeah.
Yeah.
The wrong M Hyde getting on the score sheet.
That's coming, isn't it? The other one.
Yeah.
Steve Watson assist for the other one.
St Andrews is falling apart. Yeah, don't even get me started on the stadium. It's horrific. Don't know what's going on with the new owners. There was all talk about that. That's not going to happen. I mean, we don't even know who owns the club. Like, there's lots of like details about it, but you do not know who owns the club. It's a right dodgy situation.
Yeah, I haven't got that Birmingham hatred, so I'm not from the area. If I'm being really honest, Birmingham never really. I saw there's a few years they finished fairly close together, but it's not.
We had a good run where we beat you when we come up for a little bit. And
yeah.
Basically,
I remember Stern John scoring a couple of goals one time, and obviously the Enkelman famous one.
Yeah, we came up and we won like 3-4 games. We were unbeaten for like 2 seasons against you and enjoyed it. And obviously, I suppose we are the bigger club because we won the last trophy, but that's another conversation, I suppose.
But my hatred has always been towards Man United. They were the team growing up that everyone supported that really shouldn't. All of my close mates really support West Ham, so that can always be a bit iffy. I'm always one against the world in WhatsApp groups and stuff when that happens, but
people support big teams. I get it. Like, you know what I mean? Your family members are from that area. I get it. But there's a lot more teams out there and there's a lot to get from supporting these shitter clubs, really. Like if you look when the first season I supported Birmingham, we were in not even the Championship. Would have been the equivalent of League One, and we got promoted the first year. A couple of good years in the playoffs, been up, been down. It's exciting. I like it.
Yeah, I didn't mind Villa getting relegated, to be fair, when it happened. Our team was in disarray. We needed to kick up the backside, really.
Yeah, as long as you come back, it's fine. Like, there's a few teams that have obviously not recovered, but you're probably a better team for it now.
Keep your eyes out for the next 9 minutes because there'll be a few subs. One just went through at Coventry, no one cares about, but there'll be a few subs going through. Yeah, it was nice to actually go down the division and win and be competing to actually win, because in the Prem, you're just fishing around mid-table all the time.
Yeah, you look at these yo-yo teams at the moment, and like even like Fulham, like what was better last season or the one before?
Yeah, so even the year we didn't come up in the Champ, it's still a good season to be in the playoffs and have all the fun and games and shenanigans of qualifying for that. And then we came up after. We came up at the right time because I think financially we was pushing it. If we'd have had another 1 or 2 years in the Championship, Grealish would have left and we could have been in trouble financially. So I think we came up at the right time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't mind the relegation so much. There's left back change for Villa. So anyone with Gareth Barry, I'm not sure there's too many, but you haven't got your clean sheet, which is annoying.
I always get a bit of abuse for. I've always only recently and stuff. When I went to the pubs for like the World Cup games and stuff, I used to get Grealish chanted at me and stuff because I think I've got like the blonde kind of similar haircut and whatnot.
You'd be called Leonardo DiCaprio in the chat tonight. I don't know if you saw that.
No, I missed that one, mate. No. So yeah, I get a lot of Grealish at the school. Lots of the kids call me Mr. Grealish and stuff, and it hurts a bit as a Blues fan. Shouldn't have dyed my hair blonde with it. I played into it. Bad mistake.
So do you teach secondary school or primary?
Yes, it's a secondary. It's like an all the way through school, but on my site, I'm mainly like year 5 to 11.
So you've got a load of Man City fans, I guess. They must be the current glory on the team, are they?
Yeah, you do get a few more in them. As say 10 years ago, you wouldn't have got that. But yeah, all your usuals. Arsenal, Tottenham's a big one around Bedford away. Lots of Tottenham fans, but you can't really call that glory sporting with Tottenham fans, can you?
No, I think that's fair. But I remember growing up, there would never been like in JD Sports or All Sports, wherever the shops were that sold football kits when we were younger.
They don't.
Like a selection of Premier League shirts. There would never been a Man City one in there.
No, they don't support MK Dons and Luton as they should around here.
Yeah, see, Luton, I always view them as like a poor team, but that's why Championship now, they should be reasonably well followed, really. But
yeah, I think you just from.
It's not glamorous, is it?
Got to be from Luton. If you're from Bedford, you don't support Luton. I think you've got to be from Luton itself. It doesn't really branch out.
Charlie Miller off for Borough there, for Parnaby. I don't think that impacts too many people, but that's happened.
Yeah, we do need to watch out for these subs.
Yeah, I've been keeping it rough. I know one meaningful's got off. So yeah, I left school like early 2000s, so I didn't even quite go to school in the Chelsea era. I think that was pretty much as I was finishing school. Chelsea were getting good, so there was a little fad of sort of Chelsea supporters. I used to play like football, and there'd be like kids games on like pitches nearby, and people would turn up in their Chelsea kits and things. But
yeah,
I'm lucky around my way where I live now, sort of say London Essex way. You still don't see too much Man City around here. It's in the shops, but you don't see many kids in the streets wearing it.
No, you'd hopefully think they're not turncoats. Again, you've got to have that excuse of my dad supported them 30 years ago when they were crap, but I'm not sure how much of it.
If you're in the chat there, thank you.
There you
go.
Yeah, someone from Bedford watching me. That's good. Just don't show it to my kids at school. We'll be all right.
You'll be a popular man tomorrow.
Yeah, let's doing Jaeger bombs on the stream again.
To be honest, sir, why haven't you marked my exam? Spending 3 hours on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm busy on Thursday. Sorry.
I know. Well, my wife's a science teacher, secondary school, so I kind of know. Obviously, not the same subject, so there'll be different things, different parts of it. Oh, Gronkia, that would have been a big goal for non-free. How many chances are there? I'd like to see the highlights reel of the Ukrainian keeper there.
He's missed out a bit, hasn't he, Marinelli? He's not been in much recently. He's on the move, isn't he, Marinelli?
I can't remember. You'll probably remember Sunday better than me. Was he on the
not recent? I think he's got. Has he got a future transfer? I think it's been.
It seemed unlikely, but yeah, possible.
I remember thinking he wasn't nailed in the midfield much anymore. I've got a very Aussie accent. No, not down under.
Me and my wife were together when we was at uni, and she's from Essex. And the amount of people at uni, I went to uni up north in Huddersfield. So the amount of people when we was in Huddersfield thought she was from New Zealand was quite impressive. So Essex accent being confused with New Zealand was a good one. Brommy being confused with Australia is...
Yeah, I was only in Birmingham till I was like 5 or 6, so it's not much of an accent left. It's one of them ones people always say to me, you don't sound it, and then all of a sudden my dad will ring me, and as soon as I'm on the phone, it just flips back into full Brummy, so just little bits and bobs. Graham has grasped me up to the local Facebook groups. Appreciate that, mate.
I didn't realise Marinelli to Ipswich had gone through. Not another midfielder to Ipswich. They must have about 20 there, end of the season.
God, that. Ipswich as well. That is unreal.
One, where have they got all their money from? And two, why they spend it all on central midfielders? But
yeah, they're going to have to play like 7 across the middle.
They must have just offered for all of them, thinking if we offer for all of them, one of them will sign. And they've been unfortunate enough that they've all signed.
That's why, again, like you see stuff on Twitter and stuff of like the games like 40, 50 years in advance, and you wonder why some of these teams are down low and you've got these non-league ones up high. Unbelievable, really.
David, talking about lookalikes, they've already been called Vettel in Austria. So you've had Leonardo DiCaprio and Grealish. He's got Vettel. So I get called one. There was some dance group on Britain's Got Talent back in the day that won. And apparently, like one half of that is the common one I get. I can't think of what the two kids' names were. They're not kids anymore. They won it about 10 years ago.
Probably older than us now.
But there's two dancers on there I get called. Stephen Smalley, I'm laughing at you two. I left school in 1978. Oh.
Yeah, been a while. Well, I'm 35 now, so...
Yeah, I'm a year older than you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're peak ChampMan age, right? We was just finishing school, starting college when...
Oh, yeah, all the time. And on that save point where it's always like, you need to feed your cat, you need to get a life. Love it.
Yeah, your oven's burning your house down or something, isn't it?
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah, college was peak age for me. I say I played it so many. I look like Neville the Wrestler. Cool, Carney. I'll take that, mate. I wouldn't say I look like him. Twist and Pulse, that's the one, Danny J. Yeah, one of those two. I don't know which one. Twist or Pulse.
Susan Boyle, love it.
She danced on Britain's Got Talent. Did she hear that? Lampard off a minute before.
Yeah, waste of space. Get him off.
Jedward wasn't Britain Got Talent, David. Come on, mate. That's X Factor. That's poor knowledge, that. Poor knowledge. Jedward's X Factor. Yeah, one of Twist and Pulse. I'll say it's Pulse, but I don't know the difference.
Right, Newcastle. How about you start turning up?
It's going to happen. We should have learned from Blackburn last week, right? Pile into the data and then get let go.
Yeah, that's what we should have done. In all these threads I send out saying everyone's on Shearer, just put Atmazizes in and you've got a clean sheet and you're golden. Don't worry about it.
I wonder if anyone's played in this week. Anyone in the chat playing Atmazidis, I'd be interested because you'd have been in the ultimate sort of nervous state, wouldn't you? With everyone piling into Newcastle when you've got the opposing keeper.
You watch him save a pen and get in team of the week.
Don't say that because Shearer will be taking it. We ain't got Steve Chilwell anymore, have we, from season 1?
No.
Fullback change for Man City about 20 seconds before the
360 McCulkin. A few might have gone. Not
so making plays right back and left back. We've taken the left back off this time. How did Watford become so all right, Nihal? It's called variance, is what I would call it.
They've basically turned into Bradford from the first half of the season. Is what they're going to do.
The ball on for 2 guy, I think that was 60.02. So assuming the timings are accurate, and hardly for Bart Williams, I'm thinking them to have just made 60. I think that's accurate by seconds.
Have faith in the captain; he wouldn't get it wrong.
So yeah,
I've doubted him once this evening. I'm not going to do it again.
Yeah, I wouldn't say Watford have become all right. I think they're always liable to score, and that Matzidis as a keeper is actually decent. He's got decent attributes.
It's the clean sheet that's just mind blowing.
Once,
twice.
Yeah, that'd be a nice goal. Oh, that would have been.
Yeah, I doubt many people went Kevin Campbell.
He would have been the ultimate differential pick when literally no one mentioned him, but 2 home games as a striker.
Yeah, again, could have easily gone off. Could have got a brace and one easy.
I joked to you, I can't think who it was on Discord. I was joking with someone. I was going to pick 11 randomers with upside, so that would have been. I probably would have put Campbell up front. I think I was talking about Court at that point this was before we had access to any sim data. I was talking about putting like Huckabee, Court, and Campbell up front or something. Yeah, and then picking.
We know that. We know this. We look at that data, and that's what I mean. You can go for Henry every week, and then Jeffers and Andy Johnson can go off instead. It happens. That's why I went Shearer and Court.
I was going to put like Holt and Hughes in from Newcastle as my 2 Newcastle players or something, and maybe Di Matteo and Gravison because I knew these players weren't that well owned. Or Bramble hit the post against Man United.
Titus, no 50 yard. What did he scored the 50-yard header, didn't he?
Season 1, yeah,
absolute beast.
Bit like the well, I obviously didn't see the highlights of the Bramble goal, but as soon as it went in, I instantly thought of the Figueroa goal for Wigan against Tottenham a couple of years back in the Prem. I just compared it to that.
I miss owning Hariderson. I really used to love owning him. He was an absolute tank in that season.
Double save for Michael Oakes there. We might get a save point out of him.
Go on, Svensson. That's going to be Tiato again, isn't he?
Yeah, so the notable thing there was Oakes with a couple of saves.
Yeah, we're both on him. That'll be useful. Yeah, he's the other striker. Safely disappointed.
He's another one, right? He's played literally every game, and I wouldn't even want to guess how many goals he scored. 2? Yeah, something like that, Huckabee.
Yeah, less than 5 for sure. Everton making a sub. Cerritos on for Campbell. So, yeah, those who went Kevin Campbell, tough luck.
We got your 2 points locked in.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose that was the thing, really. I suppose why people didn't mention him. That other spot isn't locked, is it?
I wasn't sure it'd be with strikers because Duncan Ferguson was like 1%, wasn't he, on the Sunday stream?
Yeah, but he only had like a gash leg or something.
But so I wasn't sure if they'd have any forwards for the bench. They've managed to dig out 2 today.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to go and change vodka. I'm gonna go and change my gin.
Yeah, you crack on, mate. Right, so second half, not as many goals as what we'd hope. We're a few minutes into the half, not quite getting there at the moment.
We're trying this one this time. This is an old gin from Aldi that the missus bought. I think it lights up or something. One of these fancy ones Aldi's sold over Christmas. I think it's got lights in it or something.
Was it a flavoured one?
This one, it's got infusion. It is called, it's clementine. Should go well with orange Lucasade, maybe.
Yeah, get the oranges involved, mate.
Yeah. I think if you push, there you go. You push the button, it lights up.
Oh, look at that! You don't need a light in that room, mate. Just have that on show.
Yeah, what a gimmick this is. Probably charge you like an extra £10 for this gin because you can push a button on it and make it all light up. But yes, that's pretty cool.
I can't say I've ever bought a gin which lights up before, so that's new to me.
I think I did 2 flavours over Christmas. This one and a purple one. I don't know if it was like blackberry or blackcurrant gold there for someone.
Chelsea Gold, Good Johnson, maybe.
Oh, so the guy just came on for
Lampard. Yeah, Good Johnson had passed it to him.
This happened last week when I was on. There was about 6 substitutes made, and like 4 of them were instantly involved in goals, like with a scoring or assisting.
The highly owned Fum Arolo.
I thought he's an attacking midfielder, left centre. I think I'm assuming he's come on in central midfield because if he came on for Lampard,
yeah.
But I think he played a couple of games on the left.
Well, I think we know he's owned by 0 people. So, but Johnson, there may be a few dead people with that.
A few dead people?
Oh, not actually like corpses. Dead teams. Season-long teams.
That's Paul Scholes still on the pitch. I can't believe he hasn't gone off yet for York or Cole. That seemed like an absolute...
Yeah.
Here we go. 1 chance, 1 goal for Ruud, is it? No, it's not 1 chance, 1 goal for Ruud. Yeah, if you'd have said to me before kickoff what substitute is guaranteed to be made tonight, it was Paul Scholes going off for York or Cole.
Yeah.
There goes Craney. He came on earlier for Prutton and he's gone off again already. Let's try this. This one's any better than the last one.
Does it taste nicer when the light's on or lights off?
I haven't got a light in the actual glass though, so...
Yeah, I wonder if it makes a difference when you tip it in.
This is better than the other one. This one's actually not too bad. I haven't got any ice, but this one would be all right for... Like the other one, I wouldn't want to drink any more glasses. I think it was okay, but not nice, really.
Yeah.
This one...
I've got ice right there, but I just don't want to be rude and keep walking away. So I've got this one, which is...
I like your glass. Your glass looks a lot more fancy than mine.
Yeah, I stole that from a pub. I went to a all-you-can-drink brunch the other week, and I had the car in the car park, and halfway through the day, the missus was like, go put them in the car, will you?
That's my... I get my missus to do that. Whenever we're going out where I feel like it's at the venue that might have good glasses, I make sure she takes like a slightly bigger handbag with her.
Yeah.
And see what I can get out of there. I did it with the in-laws once. We went out for a drink just with her and with the missus and the in-laws. And my father-in-law used to be old Bill. And so he's obviously very for the rules. So the fact he's retired now, but the fact I was contemplating stealing a glass didn't sit well with them two.
No.
But I did it anyway. We've still got it in my cupboard in my kitchen. But yeah, I think I got a few dodgy looks for the rest of that.
They've got plenty of glasses. They'll replace them.
Above average FPL, where's the Shearer points? Yeah,
we know.
I'm going to put it. Actually, it does look a bit dark in my kitchen. Now, let's see what I can do with this. We're not going to stand this. Right, it's noticeably makes it looks like something's on fire, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's Halloween pumpkin night.
I can't stand it anywhere where it's going to noticeably make a difference. I don't think.
Yeah. Well, was that Unsworth? What was that? I think that might have been Stubbs. Is that was Stubbs on the bench?
Stubbs was on the bench.
I think Unsworth just gone off.
Someone confirmed in the chat I was still trying to find a good location for my bottle of gin, so I missed it.
I think that was Stubbs on for Unsworth. And he could, that's what I mean, he could rep next game, so he could be a complete and utter waste of space.
Yeah, captain's confirmed. Stubbs on for Unsworth, so that's 2 points for Unsworth tonight. I'm assuming no bonus. I don't think he got booked. So 2 points start for Unsworth in the double.
One M1s. I think we all knew he probably wouldn't deliver, but he has the potential, so I think you had to go for him. Weatherall, Berg. I don't think it makes much of a difference at this point.
Nihal wants the above average guys to come back on because he ended up in the top 10 that game week. Sorry to disappoint you, man. I don't think it was the hosts that got you in the top 10. I think it was the team you had. Quiet second half so far. 3 goals in about 25 minutes.
Yeah, not so good. I promised goals in the first half and I'm not delivering, so I just won't come back on again. It'll be fine.
That's an every week problem. We need to try and sort out some sort of tag team on the stream. 2 for the first half, 2 for the second half. Make sure you're on first half. Second half's always announcing. Nedved.
Nedved, yeah. I mean, that was in the Discord. I can't remember who that was, but someone was like, "Yeah, go in Nedved."
Ronerid's got him on his free hit, I think.
Yeah,
I think it was Ronerid.
He's a good player. He's not really done it as well as what you'd expect for his stats and stuff at United, but it's going to be another Arsenal goal as well.
Who's that Madison in goal for? They changed keepers, Bradford. Have I missed something there as well? I'm sure Madison just made a save for Bradford.
I don't know. Who's their sub keeper? I'm not even sure it is a Madison. I don't know who their sub keeper is.
Yeah, there he is again. Did he stop? Yeah. I totally missed that before the kickoff.
Pretty sure it was.
I mean, I've got the lineups here. Let me have a look see who's in goal.
Was it Peggy? It's got to have been Peggy.
Let's scroll down. Where are you, Bradford?
Singh replaced Kuehl, was that? So Hart still on.
Oh, who's going to play central midfield then? Singh's an attacking midfielder, left centre. I'm sure he could probably do a job in the midfield. So, yeah, I reckon Singh's playing central midfield now.
Okay, that's an interesting one. Nice for Hart to stay on.
Yeah, you've done well there. You have done well there to keep him on. I don't know if anyone wants any updates from the AFCON games.
I've just spotted that. You can do that, pal.
Let's scroll down from more recent to the end. So it's Morocco 3, Liberia 0, Nigeria 3, Republic of Congo 2. Daniel Amakachi with a hat-trick. Obviously, old school Everton. Sierra Leone 1, Cameroon 3. Angola, my boys, are 2-1 up against Ghana. That's my AFCON team. Are you in AFCON? Did you pick?
No, I was just outside it. I think I missed it by about 10 or 15 places.
Okay, so yeah, we've got an Angola boy with real deal, and we're 2-1 up against Ghana. Good news. Tunisia 1, Tanzania 1. Sure, no one cares in the slightest about this. And that's pretty much about it so far. But yeah, Goldfest in Nigeria v Republic of Congo.
Did we find? So yeah, let's find out whether Peggy started or not.
It's definitely Madison in goal now. So unusual to get a goalkeeper sub. It does happen sometimes. Goalkeepers play like a 4 or something and go off.
Perez Macedas. Team sheets there. Bear with me.
Yeah, I'm still looking as well. I can't find the fixture. What's going on? Where are you, Bradford?
No, he started.
We all missed it.
Yeah, Nick Madison started in goal.
That's poor from us. On the bench? No?
No, not on the bench. No Peggy on the bench. Andy Lonergan on the bench. A few people might have actually gone Peggy.
He's my substitute goalkeeper behind Oaks.
We did talk about Bradford potentially repping or not knowing what the hell they were doing. It is very confusing. Oh, here you go. Hyde. Oh, God.
Mike Hyde.
No.
I'm going to down my glass of gin if he scores.
Yeah. Dyer, come on.
Newcastle finally coming to life for the first.
Yeah, we need to see that black and white going across that screen, getting Shearer and Court involved.
This is meant to be a good game. I don't think they'll smash Leicester. I think they might score 2, but I don't really see the 4s and 5s. This was the game where 4s and 5s.
No, I think I had 2-1 prediction. Not expecting much.
Gronkia has gone off for those that own him. He's a popular one amongst non-free hitters. Postman's on.
Gifton.
Strikers. A little bit more work rate obviously needed to keep pressing for Watford.
Yeah. Gilles is not going to be happy. His main man, Gifton Williams off.
Done his job. 2 points probably means no bonus if he's been substituted. Not many people get substituted if they're playing an 8 or a 9 unless they're absolutely knackered. So I'm assuming he's played a 7 or something and gone off.
Nicky Butt.
Not even a game, Mark Crossley. He's fumbled again.
Not him again.
Double for the substitute.
Well, no one's on it, but random.
Yeah, I want to see what Mark Crossley's rating is here. He might get a 4 or something. So it is goalkeepers can get 3s and 4s.
Yeah, I saw the what was it in the cup the other week when Leeds got smashed? Robinson got like a 2 or something ridiculous.
Simon Davis off for Schumacher's coming.
Yeah,
Bolton putting a defender in midfield, are they? So playing for the 0-0 Bolton in that relegation, not 18th v 19th that game actually, isn't it? Tottenham Bolton.
Yeah, tight at the bottom. Just trying to check my predictions, how far off I am.
AD Tour took a -8, and after the advice of the man on podcast, got Nedved in.
There you go.
I gave that advice. Well done, Darren. That must be Darren, I think.
Right, score prediction.
I'm quite surprised someone took notice of Darren's advice, to be fair, but fair play that they've done it because they've got 2 goals for it. Is Fumarolo a regen? I'm not sure if he's a regen, actually. He's not someone I'm aware of, having played the game for numerous years, but he could have come from a lower league club. My gut feeling is he probably is a regen, though.
No. I'll say, look at your scores at the moment. Apart from Newcastle, every other one's correct. Like Villa winning, Blackburn winning, Arsenal winning, Leeds winning, Everton, United.
I'm pleased I thought Villa would be the highest scorers, and I think that's going to play out.
Yeah.
Just didn't back the hunch and get any of their attackers in my team.
No, yeah. Is it too late to sub out Svensson and Wright for Hendry? Is that allowed at this stage?
Could be one of Andrew, the guy that saved my partner in the AFCON tournament last week, thought he made a change and for whatever reason had forgotten to save. Like Scowcroft.
Fucking Scowcroft, man.
Doesn't score enough goals for someone that plays AMC with an up arrow. But
nah, you see, he was one of them ones that was tipped a lot early in like season 1 and 2, but I think everyone's just sick of him and doesn't mention him anymore.
Neither. It was between Nedved and Keane, and I chose wrong. That's a brave effort to pick Roy Keane over Nedved. Given that choice, I think there's only one choice from those two.
No,
you pick.
I don't think Keane's even nailed with Dunaround anymore.
Nice, yeah. I think if that was your choice, Keane or Nedved was. I know it's easy to say in hindsight after witnessing him score 2 goals, but I think it was a fairly straightforward choice pre-kick-off, that one.
Yeah,
it could be a red here or yellow to McCann.
He's not getting it right. Running offside, getting booked, having a nightmare.
Few celebrations there. Arthur McCain's got Scowcroft. Must be the only person active in the game that's got him. But fair play. They're the players you want in your team.
Yeah. Like I said, I was looking at him. He had potential. Stephen Hughes, that's not the one we want.
Well, it's slightly more enjoyable that Newcastle are actually having some shots. I don't know if it's just going to be more frustrating when they keep missing them, isn't it?
Yeah, it's especially with the time ticking away, 15 minutes. They might get 1. They're not going to get 3 or 4. Nice little red card.
Oh,
absolutely.
When he said Keane, I instantly assumed Roy Keane. He obviously made
Robbie. Oh, right.
That's probably a bit more of a 50-50 call. I get that now. I think I still would have gone Nedved personally, but I can see why that's a trickier decision. I'd always pick the winger against the wing back rather than the other midfielder. But
Ipswich's formation, it was a good one to go for.
He's involved again here. He's going to get
Scholes.
He's still on. He must be playing an 8 then, or something. Paul Scholes to still be on.
Yeah,
he would have gone up by now. Can Gary Doherty get us a goal? I wouldn't mind Ipswich scoring. I think that's the biggie that I want now.
Scholes gets nothing in this game. Again, you look, every ex-player is always like, oh, Paul Scholes was the best player I played with. And whoever wrote this game was like, nah, Scholes is shit. Rep him in against Bradford. Forget everything else.
It was a funny time for Man United in real life, wasn't it? Because they just signed Veron, hadn't they? This was the first 01-02 was the first season of Veron. So there's always going to be a problem fitting him, Scholes and Keane in to 2. There's Pedersen. Ooh. So they almost tried to play like a dipped forward back in that era, didn't they? They tried to either Scholes or Veron would play as a goal. Is that Bradford?
Bolton. Was it Pedersen? Yeah, big goal for him. Yeah, million years. Yes, don't we know it well? Well, if you still got Pedersen, fair bloody play to you.
So yeah, I don't know what Ferguson ever intended to do. Was he trying to move to a 4-5-1 or the early incarnation of like a 2 number 8s or something with Scholes and I know it's familiar now with Man City with De Bruyne and Silva, but not in that era. But
yeah, didn't work for him. He was a right flop, weren't he? Didn't really do anything. Yeah,
he just didn't. English style of football didn't suit him. Really, one of those players, right? Delivers in Italy, comes to England. He ain't the only example of someone like that. I don't even think he got necessarily a fair crack either. I think he could have worked out. I think he was just a bit ahead of his time in the way he played. If you put him in more modern day football, I think in some ways he'd be better.
Oh yeah, number 10 could do work.
No. That's another assist for Naismith. 2 assists for Naismith.
Yeah, so there's going to be a lot of people ahead of us and happy on their free hits.
What a great choice of a 50-50 call between the 2 Everton wing backs. And
yeah, Di Matteo's gone off as well. Prick.
We have gone for the wrong one. 50-50 call pretty much. But you could argue that, say, Naismith had the possibility of taking some corners.
It's one you can't go for Unsworth, don't you? Because you're just like, pens. You can get 2 or 3, but it happened once. It's not going to happen again, is it?
Yeah, Naismith over McAteer could be a big. You expect it in this game, but it's the one part of this game I'm not a massive fan of. Such a you got 2 wing backs that output are usually fairly equal, and somehow you pick the one where there's a big difference.
I've just looked at the chat and there's loads of messages deleted.
Yeah, I don't know. Is that David Gills having fun in his tent? Is it?
I gotta say, someone's been sharing this to the wrong sites, haven't they?
Travo, yeah, welcome to the club, buddy. McAteer and Unsworth, yep. Both of us have got the same combination as you. So those 2 have flopped. Paz has flopped. Anyone with Weir or Naismith, or in some cases both, have had a reasonable night, shall we say. You might have wanted the clean sheet as well. But you probably take that from Naismith too. He's probably going to get like 8-9 points. I'm imagining he'll get some bonus here as well.
Yeah.
I think 7-8 point swing between the 2 wing backs, I think, for Everton.
He's a better choice. That's why I love and hate this game. Every week, I'm like, I should have done that. The ball on doing.
Carlos Beard went Paz over Naismith because of Repkin, so it still might happen, buddy. I wouldn't be surprised if Naismith misses the second game. Aiden Tor's quite unlucky. He got 3 Everton defenders and not Naismith. Ramanathan predicting Veron's going to flop in game week 28 with the positive double. He got 10 points last week as well, Veron. He's suddenly sort of sprung into life the last couple of weeks.
He's ticking over, isn't he? He's not. He's at the top of the leaderboard, but there's not been any hauls that I can remember. But he ticks over.
Perlo's Beard, I've got you. Still waiting for Paz to dispense some points. That's those stupid little sweets, isn't it? The Paz.
Yeah. Yeah. I've got one in that cupboard knowing the girls. Oh, Everton keeper captain. That was brave. Notice how I say Everton keeper and not his name.
Oh, it's easy to pronounce that one. He says, "No, I'm all right with that one." To be fair, I won't say it, but I'm all right with it. I'll say it if he gets some bonus points. There's a goal there. Is that something?
Arsenal.
Oh, Bastard. Yeah, doing well under Collins. Arsenal.
Who assisted? Is that another Ray Parler?
I'm assuming he might have gone off if Bastard came on.
I could probably do without any more of them. I'll be hungover tomorrow if he keeps it up.
It's Pez, not Paz. Sorry, Moy. Close enough.
Ticking off. Yeah, I suggested him last week. He delivered. He was my tip last week.
Fairly nailed now left midfield, isn't he? Feels like he's played the majority for Arsenal.
Yeah, they seem a lot more settled this year.
He's always him or Perez. Obviously, Lundberg leaving helps. He could play there.
Bastard actually seems the one who plays the least out of them now. 2
points locked in for Jermaine Wright. Watch Flitcroft come on now for 7 minutes.
Yeah, bag. We knew Man City. 1-1 sounds about right, to be honest.
Yeah.
Are we pushing right? I thought we just said right went off.
Yeah, Wright went off. Unless Stephen Wright came on for Liverpool, did he? I missed that one if he came on.
And a card a bit confusing there. Yeah, so poor second half. So sorry we've not delivered. We could hopefully turn that around with an Alan Shearer goal to keep everyone happy.
Stephen Hamilton's paid his captain fantastic chip. I can understand why, to be fair, because
well, you've still got Leicester at home. It's not over.
What, they averaging 4 goals for Martin on the man on Sims across the double?
Yeah, it's high.
I don't think there'll be many doubles that promise more than that. You'll find out next week if you're going to play the chip.
Yeah, I think Van Nistelooy at home 2 games.
He's locked in for 4 points of bonus and 4 appearance, but you've got 8 before he even gets an attacking return. Realistically, I think next week.
Yeah, Rickard again. Yeah,
yep.
he's a beast, isn't he?
Yeah. He's another one that I hadn't really noticed. Like when I played the game myself before we started playing the fantasy version, his stats were okay, but he's never someone I'd make any effort to buy.
No, he delivers though.
Yeah, I think his attributes are probably a little bit better than I give him credit for about 15 years.
No,
that's what I've liked doing since I started playing the game. I haven't got the game like right now, but like I was running Sims and stuff last year, and I had my little side games. Our court's got off.
Oh God!
You can pronounce his name. You pronounce it, and I'll pronounce the Everton goalkeeper. He's going to score straight away. Surely not. Oh. But yeah, since I started playing the game myself in season 2, I did make a conscious effort to play Shearer.
Go on, Shearer.
It's not going in. He drummed it up too much with the 20 exclamation marks. That was never going in.
No.
But yeah, I tried when I started to buy players, I did have Dublin and Ricard up front. I'd never dreamed of doing that 15 years ago. But there's players in this game I never really valued, like David Weatherall, who's obviously a lot better than I ever given credit for in the game and stuff. Even Unco, who's not someone I naturally would have bought before. So I tried to buy players that were good in fantasy game and had good attributes that, because you do naturally not always buy exactly the same players, but you do naturally gravitate towards those well-known Swedish players or your two Madeiras or your Nigerian defenders and stuff. You can't help yourself sometimes.
No. When you're working within a budget, it's got to be done, hasn't it?
So you play the game, 6 different saves, and you got 8-9 players the same across all of them. It's hardly worth same formation, same players. What's the point? So I used to try and then buy more players that have been good on the game for us. So I've had Ricard up front, I've had Dublin up front, I've had Weatherall in defence. It brings not a new meaning to the game, but it's nice to play the game with players that you maybe haven't enjoyed before.
There's one thing I've noticed recently. I see some of the bits on Twitter, and you've got these really long season-long saves and stuff, and it's always the stats that are over 20, and you can see on their pictures. I presume there's some unlocking tool or whatever for that, but you see people with shooting it's over the 20 and stuff.
Yeah, there's a patch. I've forgotten the guy's name now, but there's obviously different patches to play in different seasons, etc. Yeah. But one guy did a patch that accommodates all of the sort of background information to do with player potential and attributes. So I'm sure someone David will know probably in the chat if he's listening, or someone else will know what the guy's name is. But yeah, it goes red, doesn't it? You get 26 for.
Yeah, I was WhatsApp and I'm don't remember that.
Yeah, it's probably the best patch of all the patches. I think it wipes out all of the little bugs you get, like when the player gets man of the match, even though they haven't got the highest average rating, and little bugs like that. Nick, I think his name's Nick something.
Yeah, I'll see a few. There's all big saves and stuff. It's interesting to see 40, 50 seasons into it, what happens.
Ramanathan, Dublin ownership under 5%. If that's a question, I would guess yes. Some madman did. What's that, Craig? I missed it. David, the name of the patch where you get all the attributes that are over 20. I think it's Nick something. There's a patch you can download that where the attributes aren't just 1 to 20. They're higher than that. I've forgotten the name of the patch. Yeah, Nick's Patcher. That's the one. Ryan Nurse just confirmed it.
Yeah.
That's the one if you download that. I've never done it personally.
No, so I've never
I'm a
played.
traditionalist, but I haven't downloaded that. I haven't downloaded a modern day version of the game on this.
No, I've not played. I've not played it in years. It was all back in the day for me. So it'd be one of them ones. I always look if you can get it on your phone, but it's not available for iPhones and stuff. I need to.
I think there's a way of that as well, David. Again, I think he put something on Discord a while ago.
I think you can get it on Android. I'm not sure it's on iPhone.
Oh, okay. Might just been Android.
Yeah.
But there was some convoluted way of getting it if you really wanted to go through all the aggravation.
And then independent. So what are your thoughts about the doubles then? Obviously, we've not done very well tonight, but still hopeful for tomorrow?
Probably not with Newcastle, because this was the higher upside game, wasn't it? So they've obviously
Leicester aren't good away though. They could do Leicester.
Well, Everton have put 3 past them, so you'd like to think Newcastle are capable of matching that. But this was the one that promised 5 or 6 if on a good day. I'm sure if you ran this sim 20 times, Watford would probably keep like 2 clean sheets, and we've obviously been unlucky tonight that one's happened here.
Once again, Coventry gonna. Oh, I had Robinson as my goalkeeper in my first draft. Sure, would have been better off for keeping him.
Moyes just shared Dublin 1.4% owned.
Yeah. To Main Road, here's Palo one shot to ruin my day.
Is he going to score? He barely touched the ball, is he? One shot.
No, not that much.
No. That's right. That'd be another 50-50 call going horribly wrong if he delivered and Wright didn't. So Man City, I'm not too bad about, because I think Sunderland was probably the better game. Maybe not for their defenders.
1-1 Man City. That's
late Newcastle chance here is Mick. They're going to get an assist for Shearer in the last kick of the game, is he?
Oh, go on, please. Just for everybody. Everybody needs it.
No. Shearer's had 2-3 chances late on, all with the extra long pause. I think he knows what he's doing.
Right, Captain, I want to see screenshots of those last-minute shots from Shearer. Just to know you're not toying. Oh, no more goals.
They've done it to us again with Watford. They've done it to us again.
Yeah.
We might get the new Blackburn manager.
Millwall. Keith. Love that.
Oh, no. Good luck, Martin. Martin's going to have to re-sim the whole game now. He obviously does the sims for the following week.
Yeah.
And he's obviously now going to have to re-sim from scratch again if there's a new manager involved.
Yeah.
He's got to run 20 new sims with...
You mean he's not run ones with Keith Stevens already in, ready and prepared?
I would hazard a guess that 5 minutes ago he hadn't heard of Keith Stevens. Is what I'm going to hazard a guess. Do you know who he is?
Not a clue, mate.
I don't even recognise his name as like a manager of a lower league club or something. No, I don't know if he pulled him out of League 2 or something, but...
No, not a clue. Shearer washed. Love it.
Yeah. He might get man of the match yet. You never know, Shearer. He might get man of the match yet.
He's going to score a hat-trick against Leicester. We'll be all right. But we're all on him anyway, so if he doesn't deliver, it's only people that are not free hitting that might be better. Results. Let's have a look at my predictions. Yeah. I said 4-1. That was 4-0. Blackburn, I said 3-1. That was 2-1.
Arsenal, you had 4-1, I think.
Yeah, 4-1. So I'm like a goal out in most of these. Coventry, Leeds, I had 3-0. That's 1-0. Everton, I had... Who's that? Everton, Leicester. I had 2-0, so more goals than to be expected. Ipswich, Man U, I had bang on at 2-0 to Man United.
Well, I'll make 3 points onto the chart for that one.
Yeah, Man City and Liverpool, I had 2-2, but it was 1-1. So again, probably not too bad. Middlesbrough, Chelsea, I had 2-1 to Chelsea, but it was 3-2, so an extra goal each.
So you're getting all the results right on one correct score. Not a bad
effort. Watford.
This one wrong, Luke.
Yeah, 3-1 to Newcastle. So I think so. We're missing 3 Newcastles there. And then got Tottenham wrong as well. I had 3-1 Tottenham. So yeah, not too bad with my score predictions. Actually, I think are probably the best thing I do on that thread. When I look back on it, that's what I actually like a bit more proud of what's more correct. But again, it's sim data and it's just following the averages, really, isn't it?
If you want a late update at AFCON, Prince has just scored. Morocco beat Liberia 4-2.
Oh yes, please. I was waiting for that one.
Prince. Algeria win 2-0 against Sudan. Prince plays for Liberia. They came back, Liberia, a bit too late. It was 4-0 down after 75 minutes. They managed to get 2 late goals back. Zed Roberts and Prince. But yeah, too little, too late. Tunisia looked like they beat Tanzania 2-1. And no other goals in any AFCON stuff.
When's Issa back? I've still got him in my team. I've held on to him.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the schedule for AFCON. I'm guessing it's group phase and then knockouts.
No, I think someone said he might come back maybe halfway through next week. I don't know if that's too early. I might have read or heard that wrong.
How are Tanzania getting on, Pep? They were 2-1 down to Tunisia with 20 minutes to go.
Yeah, I've got the full times. Yeah, Algeria 2, Sudan 0, Angola 2.
Yeah, AFCON results. Angola 1, yeah. And go on, Angola.
Morocco 4, Libya 2.
We'll make people keep waiting for the actual Premier League update, but we'll give them all the AFCON stuff first.
Yeah, exactly. Tunisia 2-1 Tanzania. We do have our first lot of results in, so that's the 4-0 for Aston Villa. So who have we got there? Save points for Enkelman and Marshall, so he's still doing well. 3 for Dublin up the stairs as delivered, and then 2 for Thompson, Angel, and Hendry. So yeah, to be expected after a 4-0 win. There's the same names, no defenders there.
Wasn't as one-sided as you think, to be fair. 12 shots for Villa, 10 for Norwich. So not the most one-sided game. Despite 4-0, you'd make you think that's really battered them.
No, that's just Dublin taking his chances, isn't it? So yeah, I suppose Rufus, owner's a bit disappointed. I think on a different day you could score and get bonus there.
When he got booked as well, so 5 points for Rufus. Dublin, 7 shots, 6 on target.
Well, that's a lot of shots, isn't it?
All the shots for Dublin and Angel. 1 shot for Alan Thompson, the only non-striker for Villa that had a shot in that game. So it's literally all Dublin and Angel. Dublin mainly, obviously, 7-6 on target. Graham Marchant as well, 6 shots, 2 on target for Norwich. So people still he might carry over in a few squads. Bit unlucky there, 6 shots.
Yeah, surprised he didn't get anything with that. They did have 1 disallowed. Was that him? It might have been.
That was McCann. Blackburn, Sunderland is in. Andrew, if you want to do that one.
Yeah, so we got 2-1 Blackburn, Sunderland. So no save points, 3 bonus for Solano and 2 for Taylor and Kevin Phillips. So I suppose people will be happy with Phillips.
7 points, is it?
Yeah, won't be far off, will it? Got the assist and the 2 bonus.
Close game again, 8 shots versus 7. Both teams had 3 on target. So pretty even game. Hard to predict in advance, wasn't it? Because we didn't know what formation Blackburn were going to play, but it's ended up being a pretty even game.
I think that's to be expected, and Phillips and Arca owners have got what they wanted. Bradford 1, Arsenal 3, so I suppose as expected. Madison, not Peggy, as most people might have had, with a 1 save point. Tikhonov on the 3 bonus. Brooms, the bonus point machine, back in action with 2.
Go on, Ronald. He called him at the start, Brooms. 2 bonus.
Spard, the right back in for Lauren for 2. Ray Parler 2. Francis Jeffers 2. Henri 2. And Bassidas 2.
Just quickly highlight, Kevin Phillips didn't have a shot in that game tonight. So to get 2 bonus points and a 9 out of him is a pretty good effort. Bearing in mind he didn't manage to have 1 shot.
I'll do 1 last Cobra Bomb because Parler got some...
Got some bonus points.
Bonus, yeah. So bonus Cobra Bomb.
Not a lot in this game, to be fair. Perez and Henri, 2 shots, 2 on target. No, wasn't a game full of actually a lot of shots. I know it was 3-1, but only 6 shots, 6 on target for Arsenal. Apart from a battering. So they've done all right, to be fair.
Those who held Henri, very good. Right, quickly smash this down, then I'll do Coventry Leeds.
Yeah, Pep wants you to have a Jaeger bomb for the 2 bonus points, so you've satisfied him.
I didn't even look at that. It was already going to happen. Don't worry, mate. Yeah, Leeds 1-0. Headman the machine getting 1 again. Robinson again. 3 bonus for Rio, so that's annoying. So I own him. Larson on for 2. Headman 1. Matthias, is it? Sorry. Gary Kelly and Woodgate. So yeah, a bit of a spread. I suppose the players you'd want, not really getting points from Leeds. I suppose you want your Vidukas and so on, but a few.
Unlucky Leeds, to be fair. 13 shots, 6 on target. It's probably up there with what the Sims were saying. They've done all right. Leeds just haven't delivered. Viduka, 8 shots, 3 on target.
My normal team has done better than this free hit. This Not good.
So he's had more chances, Viduka, than Dion Dublin tonight. Less shots on target, granted, but in terms of shots,
I swear the shots aren't normally that high. I don't remember people normally getting six each week.
not 8. I think 8's as high as I've seen. 8 shots, 3 on target. He only got a 7 average rating. So Viduka owners are very unlucky tonight, really.
That's a weird one. Everton 3, Leicester 2. So the Everton keeper with 1 save point and Ian Walker as well.
Erythropoulos, is that the guy you're talking about, Andrew?
Yes, I think that's the one, yeah. I've drank too many Jaeger bombs to even try pronouncing that one at this stage. McAnuff biting people in the bum who sold him like me with 3 bonus. Gravison with 2. 1 for McAteer, Naismith, Weir, Titoff, Christie, Savage, and Scowcroft. So I suppose McAteer there for us and some others. Naismith and Weir looked like they were the right choices. So we probably went wrong there. So lots of people will be pleased with those bonus.
To be fair, McAteer had more key passes than Naismith in the game. I know Naismith's got the 2 assists, but McAteer's had more of the key passes. Yeah. He's had more tackles, and he's won more headers.
He's the better player. That's why we went for him, really.
Yeah, we're quite unlucky with him. Kevin Campbell, 3 shots, 3 on target. The only person to have more than 1 shot for Everton.
Should have delivered on him. Ipswich 0, Man United 2, so no save points in that game. Nedved with the maximum bonus of 3. Haridason back at it to what he did in season 1 with his bonus of 2. And Veron, knowingly, Henry was catching him up and doing everything he could to hold him off.
Yeah, he's done enough, I think. Quite night for Man United. That's a very dead game, to be fair. Man United 5 shots, 4 on target. Ipswich 3 shots, 1 on target. So not a lot really happened, to be honest.
I thought 2-0, Ruud, 2, done.
He only got a 6, Van Nistelooy. 1 shot, none on target, average rating of 6. Poor game.
Man City 1, Liverpool 1. So save points for Oaks. So lots of people will be on him, but you'll be more annoyed because Kirkland got 2 and you should have stuck with him in the first place. Bonus points for Gerrard on 3 and Hippier on 2. Another bonus point for Oaks, Kirkland, Biscan and Smeetser. So, yeah, not too bad, I suppose, if you went on the Man City goalkeeper. Disappointing if you own any of the Man City midfielders that you're not getting any bonus there. But
just we did keeper. Well, that was it for Man City, was it?
Yeah. So we don't. But everyone, I think everyone knew that game. You didn't pick Man City for this game. You picked them for the second game.
Yeah, I'm not surprised that historically they didn't get many ratings of 8 or higher in this. It would have been like 1 or 2 players at most. So I'm guessing Oaks got an 8, did he? Yeah, he did.
Yeah. So yeah,
lucky 1 chop, 3 shots, 3 on target. You would have taken that before kickoff, I think, for those that went 1 chop on 3 hit. Yeah. Not a bad night, is it? 3 on target, but
no. Glad he didn't deliver.
Just for those that have got McQuilkin quickly, his fitness or whatever you want to call it, condition was down to 32. Which hence probably why he went off at 61 minutes. So he may be out for the second game as well now.
Yeah, probably an orange flag there. Middlesbrough 2, Chelsea 3. So save points for Crosley and let's just say the Chelsea keeper.
Yeah, I'm not going to step in for that one either.
Yeah. Bonus points for Rickard. So great game for him. 2 goals and the maximum bonus. Marinelli, even though he's off to Ipswich, still turning up, getting 2. And the youngster for Chelsea, Fumarolo, getting 2 as well. So, again, great impact. What, did he get 2 goals in the end?
I think he did, yeah.
Yeah, so...
Shovkovsky, that's what the Chelsea goalkeeper.
Yeah. I'd happily say this at home, reading it, on a stream, beers in. I'm just going to ignore it.
Just for those with Rickard, it's a little bit of bad news. He did get booked. Not that he'd be that bothered by the loss of 1 point, but he did get booked.
I think you can cope with that one, can't you?
Yeah, Crossy got a 5 in the end. I did fear he was going to get a low rating based on it. It seemed like he was at fault for the own goal and a few other things went wrong for him. It was a 5 in the end.
Yeah. What are we on next? Newcastle, I believe.
I was going to quickly shoot through some of the, make sure no one else comes off with low fitness who's got a double. So, yeah, it was McQuilkin. Let's have a look at Bradford. Is there anyone there with low fitness? No. Where's Everton? Let's just quickly check them.
Yeah, see if we've got any injuries. While you do that, Newcastle 0, Watford 1. Save points for Harper and Atmazizis. Bonus points for Danny Griffin 3, as we were all expecting. So that's why we got him in. Shearer did get 2, so I suppose that's not the end of the world. Atmazidis getting points again, Petkov and Helgeson. So yeah, not much from Newcastle there, and Watford, as expected, I suppose, with the win, taking three of the 5 slots for bonus. So Newcastle really need to then turn it around in their next game, don't they?
Helgeson came on for about 20 minutes and his name didn't even get mentioned in the comms, and he managed to involve himself enough to get bonus points.
I'm just looking at that. He didn't even have a shot.
He must have done something key.
11 passes, 10 completed.
That's it.
Yeah, pretty much.
No Everton injuries, by the way, so it looks like they're all clear fitness-wise, at least for the second game of the double.
Spurs Bolton, so 1-0 to Bolton. Bit of a surprise, that, I think, result-wise.
Clean sheet for Bolton. That's always a surprise, I think.
Yeah, so Dudek getting 2, Jääskeläinen getting 1. So maybe that's back to Juicy at his best. As we all remember, he used to be a really good asset last year. Pitts randomly, I suppose, getting the free bonus. Not normal for him in the right back position there. Dudek, Fugelstad. So again, look, he really is becoming an option there, I would say. Jääskeläinen, Nketiah, Carrick, and Gardner. So again, Bolton dominating the bonus points.
Gardner 8-pointer in my individual team.
Yeah,
and Veron.
Bad at all, is it?
Veron must have a 10-pointer, Gardner an 8-pointer, Hendry probably 12 or something. Yeah, this is not a good free hit.
Who would have thought a free hit would have been worse than... I looked at my team this week and I was like, I've got a free hit. Look at it. Look at the state of it.
Is there any doublers in the current free hit, you think, at the moment? Naismith, maybe? Is he the only one?
Yeah, that's about it. I mean, T-Soft's okay, but he's no different. Yeah. He's no different to a Parler or anyone else. No.
Yeah, there's no clean sheets for amongst the doublers. None of those are going to be in. Not particularly many goals for doublers. Christie got one, but I don't think they'll be doubling up front with...
Even Oaks, who got bonus and stuff, it's no clean sheets. It's no good.
No, that Manzidis will be keeper right at a minute.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we need a big night tomorrow. Anyone that's on free hit, definitely, because that's at least probably 9-10 players playing again tomorrow.
Yeah, I did think that. I did know that going in tonight. I kind of thought before I went on the stream, I was just like, it's not going to go the way you want it to go tonight. You're going to have to wait till Friday to see if you get the points you want.
Yeah, it's definitely win in the direction of non-free hitters at the minute. The shame is the non-free hitters probably took hits to get Newcastle players in, would be my guess, and obviously that's backfired as well. I
suppose. Yeah, if you're taking minus points this week, if you're on your -4, 8s, 12s, it's probably not paid off. Looking at it,
Shearer and Dyer and Phillips, I think, would have been the 3 common transfers for non-free hitters. With next week in my note, I say Newcastle got Norwich, so
you're not taking a hit and getting Naismith in, are you? Not alone, not as your -4.
So just a confirmation, it's been put into the chat as well. So obviously the remaining games of this game week, the double games, will be on Twitter tomorrow night. Lineups out at 7:30, kickoff at 8:30. But obviously, as the case with doubles, no live stream tomorrow. So just Twitter updates, say lineups 7:30, kickoff and updates, goal updates at 8:30. I think we're good. Thank you, Andrew. Enjoyed that, mate.
Yeah, no, appreciate it. Thanks for getting me on, everyone. Loved it, basically. So anytime. Hopefully next time more goals in the second half.
Always more goals in the second half.
Always, mate.
Good luck tomorrow, everyone. I'd say hopefully for those hiding behind the sofa, not on free hit, good luck to you. For those on free hit, let's hope we get some Newcastle returns. But other than that, I think we're good. So we'll sign off there. And I'm not sure who's on for game week 28 next week, but we'll see you again then. Cheers, everyone.